Ford Mustang, I think it's going to be fast. And when you show up with a fast race car, things build, people see. And, you know, having a cup win here helps, right? You know, people around you know that you know how to get it done at the end, right? So hopefully my competitors see it that way and we can get a good relationship going. I know our Haas Factory team, Alliance guys, are going to be helpful as well, and the seat cars as well. So excited to work with all those guys and have a good win.
Harrison Burton has never finished outside the top 10 in his 4 Xfinity Series starts at Daytona. Hey, it's magic. We picked up a race party. We're in right now. That's where all the action is to start the Xfinity Series race right now. We just heard from Harrison Burton. Does he have a shot today, and is he considered a sleeper?
Oh, I think anybody in the race has a shot today.
What is up, motherfuckers and party people? How the hell is everybody doing today? Hope you guys are having a great fucking day today. We got fucking Daytona Xfinity race. Yeah, it's gonna be a fun race, right, Chester? Right, Chester?
In the Cup Series, so absolutely he has a shot.
Right, Chester? It's gonna be a fun race today.
I want to point out a couple other names I think are sleepers and challengers in this race. You've got Ryan Sieg. Wants to win badly.
He's such a good boy.
He's put a lot of effort in this season. Won here at Daytona in the summer. He could get it done. And then I got my boy, the dog at Super Speedways. That is Jeff Burton. When he sniffs,
I love my frog.
Watch out. That guy wants it so badly. These are big races for him. He could get it done.
Man, an exciting start to the season with all these sleepers that could possibly win today. We're in Daytona at Daytona International Speedway right now, but how would you like to win an unforgettable...
But yeah, today is the first race of the NASCAR Xfinity Series season in 2025. Got new faces and new places. Got Sheldon Creed, really the only one I care about, in the 00 car. He moved over from JGR to the new Haas team, so he's in the 00. That's fucking awesome. Where does he start? He starts at 6th. Qualifying was rained out, so I really don't even know how they're doing. I think it's just based off like standings last year or some shit. I think that's why Allgaier has the pole. Who wins? You say Jesse Love? I say Austin Hill once again.
I love it. The racing's not the only thing here.
Yeah, if you don't go to Orlando, though, come to Daytona and experience all the good racing.
That's a theme park I like.
Yeah, all right, we got a lot more coming on NASCAR Countdown Live. It is all about the winners here, and Austin Hill knows a thing or two about that. We're going to try to talk to him.
Got a beautiful day here, though. Doesn't look like it's going to be like that tomorrow.
Reaching your financial goals can feel impossible, but they aren't as out of reach as you think. Credit Karma gives you personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more. So you
Hello,
can
Mr.
find your
Friend.
way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
It's native. 24-hour moisturizing body wash that locks in 4 times the moisturizers of your old body wash.
Wow.
You okay, buddy?
Just 12 ingredients?
Heavenly. Clean moisturizing body wash isn't a myth. It's native.
It's the dog. Breakout driver in Cup and Xfinity this season will be Connor Zilisch and Kyle Larson. Well, I agree with the first part of that. Yeah, I do think Connor Zilisch will be a breakout driver in the Xfinity Series. It's kind of wild to say that Kyle Larson will be a breakout driver in the Cup Series, saying that he's already has over 20 career wins. I think over 30 at this point, and has a championship. I think that's a little bit wild to say that he'll be a breakout driver. I think he's already broke out. He's already one of the greatest race car drivers in the entire world.
That's crazy. He has won 3 of these in a row. Get the world series. Austin Hill gets it done. Oh my goodness, there is turned. There it is. And for a second consecutive season, Austin Hill is the season opener at Daytona. Georgia drivers got the hat trick at the world series. Austin Hill ain't in the Come on.
Austin Hill has 7 wins on drafting tracks, and 8th here today would tie him with Dale Sr. and Tony Stewart. If you get it done today, what would that mean to you?
Well, I haven't even really thought about it a whole lot. I know a few people have told me that, but you know, it's just another race for us. Going into this race, it's just like any other one. We got to learn early in the race with our Bennett Chevrolet, figure out what runs it can take. What
He's gonna break out and have like 15 wins.
Try to make the right moves at the right time and put ourselves in a position at the end of this thing. But yeah, it's special to be a part of the talk about stuff like that. But
Chester, what's wrong?
Here for one thing only, and that's just to win here at Daytona today, and then go to the next one, win the next one, and just keep it rolling this year.
Austin Hill rolls off in the 4th position.
Chester, I don't know what the issue is.
Going to run the fastest lap today.
He has a chance.
Yeah.
As good a chance as anybody. That's for sure. The RCR car is so fast.
And what's different about this season is that if you do that, it's called the Xfinity fastest lap. It's pretty simple, guys. You run the fastest lap during the race, you get that bonus point. Parker, how big could this be for drivers?
I think this could have massive ramifications throughout the entire regular season as you try to plot where you're going to be in the playoffs for sure. And it just adds up. And I think that's the thing about this, that you may not pay attention early on, but eventually these will add up and it will pay off once we get in the playoffs. The other thing this year at these super speedways, Jamie, I think we'll see a very unusual person most likely get the fastest lap.
Yeah, we have a good shot of that. And if you just look at last year, Chandler Smith had 9 fastest laps. That'd be 9 extra points that he would have. For the
I
championship
ordered
season.
food.
That could have big implications overall.
It's I'd imagine it would take a bit because the weather's pretty shit. I mean, I like the weather. I love snow, but
Can we give them a VIP pass? Give them the feeling and the energy that it has here. Kim, why don't you take us down the grid?
Yeah, it is a packed grid down here. We've got Ryan Truex. The last time the Xfinity Series was here, he was in victory lane. But you're going to start from the 33rd position since qualifying was washed out. What's the approach?
Go to the front and stay there. Easy. We'll see.
I love it. Easy, simple. Go to the front and stay there, Dylan.
Well, we found Dale Earnhardt Jr. on the pit road, who's had a busy week between the Daytona 500 effort and his 4 Xfinity cars today. So I know this place means a lot to you. It probably never gets old seeing your cars on the racetrack here.
No, man, it's awesome to be in Daytona and have a car in any of the races down here, no matter what it is. And we're excited. We don't really know what to think about our Xfinity program yet. Practice was good, but qualifying got rained out, and that's a bit of a gauge of where we are speed-wise. And we feel like we're better than we were last year, but we'll see. We've got a couple rookie drivers behind the wheel.
Sam Mayer also went over to the 41 car. He is with the Haas Racing team this year.
Well, Matt DiBenedetto is looking stylish on pit road.
He is looking stylish.
I love it. But as we talk about the race, how do you balance aggression and patience? We know Vikings are aggressive.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully, we're there at the end when it counts. Got good horsepower under the hood with the ECR engines, the switch to Chevrolet, and I really hope that the car is as fast as Xfinity Mobile, and then we'll
Jesus
be at
Christ,
the front when
guys.
it counts and drive it to the front. So it should be good. I mean, I'm excited for this new team. Thankful to Williams.
I would refuse to say that. I would refuse to say that in my interviews.
Starts from the 30th position.
Appreciate it, Kim. And now we have to give our picks for the championship. And listen, you could be right this early in the season. So, Jamie, who are you going with? What 4 are going to make the championship
Well,
for?
it's tough. He's going to go early in the season to make a pick, but you got to put Justin Allgaier on the list for sure. Last year's champion. He's going to be the favorite heading in. I have Sheldon Creed on that list as well. We talked about him not getting a win yet. I think that happens. Jesse Love, I mean, such a talent. He's going to be in the championship for. And I also have Austin Hill.
Wow, you went on a limb with that one. Well, yeah, I'm going to join you.
Win. I didn't come to be nice.
That's true. Thank you. Okay, well then I'm going to join you on that limb. I'm going to take Austin Hill. I'm going to put Jesse Love in there. I'm going to put Christian Eckes.
Okay.
And I'm going to put, I don't know, maybe Justin Allgaier. How about that? We'll just maybe stack the deck a little bit for me. And I did have one rookie.
So that's the broad picture on the season. Let's talk about dark horses and picks for the race today. Who do you like, Parker?
All right, so my pick for a winner, I just put in my championship for. That's Jesse Love. It was just Valentine's Day yesterday. Love is in the air. I think he can get it done. He won at Talladega last year. He had the pole at many super speedways, and he told me, though, I never won from a pole at a super speedway. Now he starts 9th. He likes that position to start. For my dark horse, Ryan Sieg. The guy wants to win so badly. Yeah. He is working so hard in the offseason. That team has moved to Mooresville, North Carolina. From Georgia. They're putting all the resource and effort to try and win here.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb for my winner, and I'm going to go with Austin Hill. He's won the last 3 in February, so I'll go ahead and just take him right now.
These are layups.
For my dark horse, I'm going with Brennan Poole. He's been so close to being able to win. Actually, actually won one of these and had it taken away. I think he's the guy that could maybe get it done today.
You wouldn't know what that feels like.
Yeah, right. He's Parker Klickerman Jr.
How's that sound?
All right, guys, you got to get to the booth. The Xfinity Series race is coming up here. We got the green flag on deck, and of course, a lot more coming here from Daytona International Speedway on CW Sports.
So green flag here in about 25 minutes.
Tuesday, after a groundbreaking Vintage Day, NXT on the CW keeps changing the game.
Expect the unexpected.
NXT, all new this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.
The National Weather Desk covers America's weather now. 200 meteorologists with valuable insight into the world of weather. Watch the National Weather Desk.
For 14 years, Ryan Phelps Auto just keeps growing. But why? Why is everyone buying from Ryan?
Because reputation is our #1 goal, and we'll always find you an approval.
Offering low rates for good credit, amazing programs for really bad credit, and a buy here, pay here program with the newest first-time buyer program. Near 5-star ratings, no one stands behind their used cars like Ryan Phelps.
Visit RyanPhelps.com and see why everyone's buying from Ryan.
You're used to seeing this, but now see this. Sky I-1, your eye in the sky, delivering the stories that matter.
Apparently the Red Sox are still in on Nolan Arenado, which I think would be fucking crazy if they got both Bregman and Arenado.
When you need the full picture, trust Sky I-1, the only broadcast TV news drone in central New York. Seeing news from a different angle can change everything. Stay informed, stay connected with Sky I-1.
I think the Cardinals are trying to trade him.
Redefined only from the stations of CNY Central.
You're in an awkward situation and need to improvise quick. Call in the Improv Squad. Colin can make up job experience mid-interview.
I've got experience. The force is with me.
Wayne has the perfect excuses for running late.
I'm in quicksand.
And Ryan with the best lines to save an awkward date.
You see the white hair coming out of my nose?
Crisis averted, squad. Whose line is it anyway? Weeknights starting at 6/5 Central on TBD.
TBD on WTVH 5.3 or FiOS.
When breaking news happens, stay informed fast with the CNY Central News app. CNY Central News delivers much faster with the latest stories and up-to-the-minute Weather Authority forecast. When safety is a concern, it's faster, consistently updated, right at your fingertips. Download the CNY Central News app now. Essential news and information fast for you.
Season. Daytona International Speedway on the CW, and by the end of the night, it'll have one more winner added to the history books, and no one would love to get their first win in the series here more than the guy that Dylan Welch is with right now.
Well, let's just talk about Sheldon Creed. He calls starting in this position 6th through 20th the danger zone. So has he escaped that? Because he starts on the leading edge of the danger zone in that 6th spot. Their goal, get to the front and stay there. And as a former teammate of Austin Hill, who we've talked about, who's so good here, Sheldon has studied what makes him so successful here. Now it's just about applying it. He was 2nd here last year, feels better about this year's car. Is today the day, Kim, that Creed finally reaches victory lane? He sure likes his chances.
Well, Dylan, for his teammate Sam Mayer, super speedways have not.
Sheldon needs to win.
Sam, his best finish here in 7 starts is 12. Sam hopes to change that here today. How is he going to do that? Well, he's confident about his car and said it feels very stable in practice. He could put it anywhere he wanted. Sam told me he wants a victory here more than any other place because this is the only style track he's not won yet at. Carl, he starts from the 8th position.
It's kind of hard to believe.
Him, and listen, all Justin Allgaier had to do was win the championship to be on the pole here to start Daytona International Speedway, the Xfinity race here on the season. But he said it's kind of weird. I actually wanted to qualify here to show that we could actually be good here at qualifying. He said that he just wants to win here, right? He wants to take this pole to stay up front. He said, I got to figure out how to stay up front.
TV companies are still using 720p.
And as we get ready,
see, I wouldn't even know the difference. Like, it looks normal to me.
Golden Corral would like to take a moment to thank our nation's heroes and honor the privilege to serve those who serve.
Great job.
Appreciation to those fallen service members and their families. Together, we remember them all. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise as you are able. Remove your hats, and veterans render a hand salute as the Osceola High School Junior ROTC Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Here to offer today's invocation, please welcome Daytona Beach native Reverend Tyrese Manigault.
Let us pray. Most gracious and Heavenly Father, we pause now and we take this moment to say thank you. We thank you for your grace, we thank you for your mercy, and we thank you now that we can see this wonderful day that you have created. We now pause and we ask now for your protection, your provision for every driver, for every crew member, every fan and spectator, every person gathered here today as we witness this great spectacle known as racing. We thank you now that we have an opportunity to enjoy the richness of life and the fullness there within. We ask you now to grant us the ability to enjoy everything that this day has to offer. And we pray now that you continue to bless us, bless our troops, bless our nation, and bless our entire world. It is in the name of Jesus we pray all these things. Amen.
Amen.
Here to perform our national anthem, please welcome Lindsay Bowman.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
America. Fuck yeah,
Golden
dude.
Corral has supported our veterans for over 2 decades through Military Appreciation Nights, providing meals to veterans and active duty service members at no cost, and is proud to host Camp Corral fun-packed camps around the country for the children of wounded, ill, injured, or fallen military members. It truly is a special experience for the kids and their families. And with that, it is almost time. Fans are ready. The drivers are locked in. The only thing that's needed, the command for drivers to start those engines. That's next when we come back.
All right, so today's race is 120 laps.
Next week, Florida
Fucking
State clashes with Red Hot Louisville.
right,
Then
yeah.
Pitt battles Marcus
Stage
Burke
1
at Notre
is 30
Dame.
laps. Stage 2 is also 30 laps. So that'll end at lap 60, and then the second half of the race, the final 60 laps, will be
talking about the stainless system and how it works.
the final
Just like the
stage.
airbags in your car.
Bob didn't put down the fuel run, but I'm assuming it'd probably be about like 40 something, 40 to 44 laps, I'd imagine.
Confirming certain sequences and
So in the
adhering to
final
a
stage,
red
if it went
algorithm.
green, you would have to
When
pit
you're dealing
under
with
green.
Big insurance company robots, it's the only way to win. And we do. The Stanley system.
How you doing, Daniel Barry?
The National News Desk is America's News Now.
Drug shortages was a known issue that could have been prevented.
Impactful news now.
About 30% of fatalities are because of alcohol-related crashes.
From nearly 4,000 local journalists across America.
A lot of young people are feeling unsafe due to the street crimes happening.
Locally covered.
Chester. They poisoned America's bravest.
Nationally connected.
We need to do something. He's gonna die.
Covers major breaking news across the nation. We had fires to the west, fires to the east, fires to the south.
Depend on our network of live local journalists when news breaks. Locally covered, nationally connected. The National News Desk is America's News.
You're such a good boy.
Weekday mornings at 6 on CW6.
It's the storm of the century.
Predict anywhere between 3 and 24 feet of snow.
Wow, that's crazy. Don't be fooled by internet and social
Oh my
media.
God,
Just
Chester,
spread
your
fearful
jacket.
clicks.
Trust the real
Look, guys,
experts, real
Chester's
meteorologists,
jacket is far
people
too
informed.
big on him.
And when real storms threaten,
It's far too
we'll bring you
big.
No hype, accurate forecast that you can depend on, keeping your family safe and protected. We're here to keep you weather aware, not weather scared. Trust the CNY Central Weather Authority.
Weeknights on Charge. The word on the street is
Murder.
murder. And every case has got something to say.
Anything else?
Oh, there's a lot.
Blunt force wound.
Blood spatter here. So what killed him? Did we mention we're investigating a murder?
Tell us what you did.
He said, she said.
You're trying to get me to admit something. Killing him.
You're under arrest for murder.
Law and Order Criminal Intent. Weeknights starting at 9/8 Central. On Charge.
On WTVH 5.2 or FiOS.
And down the long beach straightaway. Loose sail in the turn makes left going. Dreams are proven in performance at Daytona Beach.
For decades, the best in the world have journeyed to this hallowed ground to stake their claim on greatness. But as the tides change, so do the players.
Georgia drivers got the hat trick at the World Center of Racing.
A set of new faces are poised to seize the moment.
Jesse Love, Nick Sanchez, William Sawalich.
This is the 2025 NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Justin Allgaier is the NASCAR Xfinity Series champion.
This could be the greatest field the series has ever seen.
And it all starts today at the World Center of Racing.
Welcome back to the season opener for the NASCAR Xfinity Series at Daytona. The driver who's won this race the last 3 years, that would be Austin Hill. He's going for a 4th straight here today. I asked him, why these drafting tracks suit his racing style so well? He said, I'm aggressive, but I'm not dirty. The team, they know they have a fast race car.
It's the night before the Daytona 500, everybody.
He said the
We got some racing on hand.
the friends he seems to have, Dylan.
Well, and Cam, a rookie in the NASCAR Xfinity Series.
Someone that I work with is at the race.
He's been busy so far this weekend, finished 9th in the
And everybody thinks that I'm like super jealous that she's at the race. And I'm like, no, because I could also just as easily buy tickets. I don't get jealous about things that I could like very easily do, you know?
Sawalich is just 18 years old, but already a 2-time champion in ARCA. He's ready to tackle the high banks of Daytona for the first time in an Xfinity car tonight.
And Sawalich part of a stacked rookie class, the largest ever in the series with 8 full-time series. And before we get going today, let's go trackside to get the engines fired.
Rar?
Daytona International Speedway, are you ready to get the Xfinity Series? United Rentals 300 started. Here to give the command to fire engines, the President and Chief Executive Officer of United Electric, Joe Kellums.
You sound jealous?
Driver,
Fuck you, Jaden.
Start your engine.
I'm never jealous. The only person I'm jealous of is fucking really no one. No, that's not true. I'm definitely jealous of some people. I don't care, Jaden. I'll use the NASCAR website.
Financial decisions. We can give you the tools to help you break free. Credit Karma gives you personalized guidance to improve your credit, savings, taxes, and more. So you can find your way to money. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Struggling with the highs and lows of bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar, because you are greater than your bipolar 1, and you can help take control of your symptoms with Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full-spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms. Vraylar is not approved for elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, tremors, slower uncontrolled body movements, restlessness and feeling like you need to move, sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion are common. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Visit Vraylar.com to see additional side effects. Ask about Vraylar. AbbVie could help you save.
Say the word and I'll lift you
A fishing license is pretty dumb. You can't even drive a fish.
Move my next meeting to tomorrow.
That's some
at
true
8,
shit.
and text it to Jen.
Don't miss your chance to race for the million.
Finalists, are you ready?
The NASCAR Powerball Playoff is back. Enter now to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship race at the Phoenix Raceway, where you could take home $1 million.
The winner is contestant number 2. This is insane.
The race for the million is on.
It feels amazing.
Powerball, the official lottery game of NASCAR, and home to the NASCAR Powerball Playoff.
You're on the road to a good financial future, but what if you could do better? With Credit Karma, you can see if there are better rates for loans and insurance, and see if you're maximizing your card rewards, so your money goes further. Intuit Credit Karma.
It is. It looks cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Is that it?
Live at Daytona International Speedway. You can beat race day at the World Center of Racing. Welcome to CW Sports coverage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series opener at Daytona. Brought to you by Celsius. Live fit. So good to have you with us on this Saturday afternoon. Welcome to the broadcast booth with the Daytona 500 champion Jamie McMurray and the man that's made the playoffs the last 2 years in the Xfinity Series, Parker Kligerman. I'm Adam Alexander. We got 33 races ahead. Let's be patient with each other.
I shall.
Good plan, Adam.
Hey, let's rewind 15 years. You win the 500. Describe the magic for a driver winning at this place.
You know, guys, I've been fortunate enough to race so many different types of cars here, whether it's karts to cup cars. I've been able to win in a go-kart, the Rolex 24, you see right here, the Daytona 500. I can assure you that for every driver in the field today, this will be the biggest win of their career if they're able to get to victory lane. And it's a memory that you'll never forget. Get tickets to go to victory lane here at Daytona means more than anywhere else that we go.
Jamie, I got to feel that.
Well, you
last
came
night.
really close.
I got
How
to
does that
feel it.
sound?
Yeah, I felt that last night. Obviously, it was one of the biggest wins of my
Bro, their
career.
cameras
We
look
talked
so
about
weird.
Daytona being
Their
the biggest
broadcast
in the
booth
country. It's
camera.
the biggest Xfinity Series. It's the biggest for the truck series. These are the highest paid races of the year, the biggest crowds. I felt that win of Daytona. Saw the World Center racing above me. I couldn't believe it. Unfortunately, had some issues in post-race tech, but I believe we have a very valid case to make in our appeal, which will come on Tuesday. I look forward to keeping that win.
We have talked about the two of you on track at Daytona. Now let's talk about the drivers on track today. Give me someone to watch.
All right, so I'm going to go out on a limb here, but he's a speedway savant. That is Austin Hill. Some term him as a bully, but this guy at the super speedways is the one to watch because of what he mentioned in the pre-race. His aggression. He just gets to the front. He takes runs. He doesn't relinquish the front when he gets there, and he will make you...
This winter weather advisory on the bottom of my screen needs to probably fucking go, because it makes the screen look
I'm
weird.
going to go with a rookie, and I'm going to go with Connor Zilic. Everything that Connor has gotten in for the last 12 months, he's been able to win in. And he dominates races. You think back to Watkins Glen, sets on the pole, dominates that race. We knew that he would be good at road courses. What I was impressed with last year, though, was how he did on the ovals. 2 top 5s in 3 of his oval starts. This kid is the real deal.
That lazy slide at Kansas when he was able to hang on.
He has the car control.
He's insane. Qualifying rained out earlier today. That puts our reigning champ, Justin Allgaier, on the pole. Let's look now at our Celsius starting grid.
Yeah, you see right here, Taylor Drake going to be on the front row. Our champ, Justin Allgaier, obviously starting first. Sheldon Creed, though, is someone you see in row 3 I have my eye on today. William Zawalin, one of our rookies.
Right, got Carson Koppel back there, one of those rookies as well at the end of that road. And then as we go into the second row 7, Ryan Sieg, the dark horse for me. Nick Sanchez, my old ride in row 6. And Connor Zilic, as you mentioned, back in row 10, started 20th. He's only ever done a truck race at Talladega in terms of super speedways.
You see Jeff Burton, 2 super speedway wins, both at Talladega, but this track is fairly similar. Blaine Perkins right there in row 13. Jeremy Clements has a win in the Xfinity Series. Matt DiBenedetto, I think he could be the story today if he's able to win. It's a great comeback story for Matt.
That'd be a great Cinderella story. We'd love to see it. And back here, we got some heavy hitters. Harrison Burton, that new redemption ride, as we're calling it. Ryan Truex in row 17, who won here back in the summer. He wants to prove he can do it in a non-Joe Gibbs Racing car. And for Sam Hunt, that would be absolutely massive. And Jordan Ensign, the team owner who's also racing back there at the back of the field.
You know, Richard Childress Racing has got quite a history at Daytona. 9 wins in the Xfinity Series.
I'm gonna get DoorDash sent directly to my room. That's fucking awesome. Will's bringing it right down here when it gets here.
Hey Jesse, this is J.U. Mack and the guys up in the CW booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you guys.
All right, I know we're getting ready to go racing here, but I talked to your crew chief, Danny Stockman. He told me your game plan for the race. You're starting 9th. I want to know what your plan is from the driver's seat.
I mean, just try to lead every lap. I mean, that's how you stay away from the big one, and that's where you're the safest. So, got all the power in the world. Got a great crew chief, race spotter. Got all the tools to make it happen. Got a picture to keep me up front. So, gonna go try to execute today, make smart decisions, and get out front. And I think that's the safest place to be.
Sounds like a perfect plan.
Jaden, if you did that, that would be really mean.
Good luck today. I like his
Thanks, guys. Thanks, BK.
That would be meaner than anything I could say about you. And even then, would you be able to do that since I'm like the host now? I already have everything.
Well, Ryan Truex is the most recent winner here, and he joked on the grid that to replicate that, he just got to take it to the front. But in all seriousness, he told me that last year he learned the level of aggression needed to win these races. In this race last year, he was too conservative, he said. But in the summer event that he won, he was the most aggressive from start to finish he's ever been in a race. If he wins today, Dylan, it'll give Sam Hunt Racing their first series win.
Well, Kim, another one of the highly touted rookie classes, Carson Quaffle. He raced at Talladega last year, so has some laps at super speedways, but acknowledge there are some differences between the two. Their plan today is also get to the front as quickly and efficiently as they can. He and crew chief Andrew Overstreet feel like that's the safest place to be. They both mentioned banking some points today is the ultimate goal. Carla, the best way to do that is at the front of the field.
And every driver is going to be vying for this trophy right here at the end of the night. This is what they want to hoist up, and hey, you get a cool hard hat as well. But not only that, if you win this race, you get to start your season with the most points, the most money. And listen, you might not run well the rest of the season. You win at Daytona, though, and it covers up a lot. So every driver wants to be in victory lane at the end of the night, but it's more about the setup for the rest of the season.
You get the points, you get the money, and you lock yourself into the playoffs. That would be nice, as we're only in the month of February. Closed captioning for this race is...
Lights are off of the pace car. Getting ready to go.
Watch forever.
This first stage is 30 laps.
Allgaier takes the outside lane for the start of this race. Let's get 7 radio. Here's the reigning champ.
This week, I know it's taken a lot away from you guys this week, but I appreciate all the effort. This offseason's been amazing. Title, defense, going for number 2 starts today, boys.
I love the balance of the
I love a
row.
good pep talk right before it's
yeah.
And I think that choice of taking the top, look who's behind him. 21 car Austin Hill. That's who you want to be pushing right at the start. It could have been Chris Neckis, a rookie. Instead, he takes the veteran, of course.
I mentioned a rookie. It's a rookie to his left. You got a 38-year-old champion on the outside who's closing on 500 career starts. On the inside, a 19-year-old rookie who's racing at Daytona for the first time in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. jitters. Prior to racing at Daytona.
And here we go. Green flag is in the air. We are racing from Daytona, and the NASCAR Xfinity season is underway. Oh man, it's so beautiful. I love NASCAR.
All you gotta do though is be patient if you're Taylor Gray.
Vroom, 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 vroom. I love NASCAR.
Speedway racing is just all about trying to put yourself in the best position 30 seconds from now. You saw those guys go to the top. He stayed calm. You see now they're getting back to start finish line. He has a good chance of actually leading this lap.
Get out the crystal ball, look into the future,
This is the future of this.
See what's happening around the next corner.
Well, one thing, Adam, you'll see here is you'll start to see cars dipping out and sort of looking. That's you're just getting your bearings. Remember, most of these drivers have not drafted at all in practice. Running a pack like this. And Jamie, you know, your sight lines are all messed up. And so you're trying to get your bearings. There's a car right in front of you. You can't really see, and so you'll see more wiggling, more moving right now early on the race. But drivers just trying to sort out, okay, what's my car doing and where do I need to be looking? And that's what you'll start to see is it'll calm down as we get further in the race.
Yeah, and it'll take 10 or 15 laps for those guys to kind of get in the groove, be comfortable with how hard they're going to push, with the spotters just communicating with them. You're a long ways from the car when you're spotting here at Daytona. They're using binoculars to do that, but it takes a little while to get in your comfort zone.
This is the Wheeling onboard camera. We're riding with Jesse Love tucked up behind Brandon Jones in the draft.
Yeah, the interesting part about this inside line is we've got, Taylor leading that pack, but Williams is right behind him. He doesn't have any starts either here. He did run the truck race and the ARCA race, did well in both of those days, but he's just trying to learn right now. If I'm Williams Walsh, I want to get in behind an Austin Hill. I want to get in behind Justin Allgaier, somebody that has experience. I'm going to stay behind them for a lot today, and I'm going to try to learn of when they make a decision, when they don't make a decision, because there's so many things that happen in this type of racing that maybe don't make sense in the moment, and then 20 seconds later, you're like, I get it. I understand why we're doing that now.
Bottom left in our bumper, you see the breakdown stage and race. When it comes to laps, opening stage is 30 laps long. You don't have to make a pit stop. Everybody would be expected to run to the caution at the end of the opening stage before they hit pit road. And the rookie getting after it in that inside lane, the 54, black and yellow Toyota Taylor Gray.
And that's three Toyotas on the bottom start to surge there as the Chevys up top just lost their sort of connection and lost a bit of their energy. And Jamie, you alluded to sort of trying to figure it out as we watch Austin Hill get to the bumper of Justin Allgaier. This is classic bump drafting. We've seen at Daytona forever. He'll release him as he gets into the corner. But one of the things you're trying to figure out for the rookies is the Xfinity car drafts in a very unique way. It generates runs that take
This thing works
a while.
awesome.
They take time to come together. And when you get those runs, you start to realize you most likely have to take them because they're few and far between. They're hard to generate. And that's one of the things, especially these rookies, are starting to figure out as they run around here.
Riding with Christian Eckes, our Celsius onboard camera, making his first ever Xfinity start here today. So far, so good. Your race leader, Justin Allgaier.
What if you could have shades
Side
like
by
these
side.
for a fraction of big brand prices? With Shady Rays, you can. We're an independent company, so we do things differently. We offer high-quality polarized shades for a reasonable price. And we personally replace shades that get lost or broken. So far, we've racked up over 300,000 five-star reviews. I founded Shady Rays so that we could have sunglasses that stand up to whatever life throws at us. Order now and get 20% off site-wide at shadyrays.com.
Liberty. Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance. Liberty.
Hey kid, it's pronounced Liberty.
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 Liberty. No, she's mocking me. Very mature.
Hey, that's the nephew too.
Hey, I'm not the one acting like a total baby.
She's two.
Oh, trouble!
For what you need.
Big crash. Oh, there we go. That's multiple cars involved. Oh my god.
Big.
20's involved.
Essential.
It's Brandon Jones. Allgaier was involved.
Essential.
The 10, who's that?
No matter what business you're in, Verizon Business has the network and solutions.
That's Daniel
you need to
Dye. He
power
was involved.
Motorsports isn't complicated. It's made up of races where you go as fast as you can, as best as you can, as sideways as you can, and
Ooh,
whatever
dude,
this is.
be careful.
Our team, Toyota Gazoo Racing. We make some seriously fast cars. Like this one and this one, definitely this one. And they all have great drivers, ones that win, like win a lot. Look at all these legends. The hottest drivers right now are him, her, and this guy. They're all part of a big, happy family of speed demons. Now you're up to speed. You in?
If you're sharing a hotel room with friends, you're also sharing a bathroom and a mirror, a tiny hairdryer, and an outlet and a tiny counter. Let's go. Get an Airbnb and get more space.
Is that my bestie in a taxi? Fresh blowout. Downtown. She bad. My best friend. She a real bad bitch. Got her own money. She don't need
Yeah, Brandon Jones is going to be done. Daniel Dye is done. Ooh.
The wheel and caution lights are on at Daytona International Speedway. You saw what happened when we were side by side. 5 laps in, big crash taking out some major
So that
players.
first green flag run was just over 4.5 minutes.
Right, this start of the 20 of Brandon Jones on the backstretch here. He's going to get a bad bump. So it's Jesse Love behind him. Now, I don't know, Jamie, if it was quite a checkup that occurred. So we'll take a look here. Yeah, you see he's offset. Now he got centered back up right there. It's that they got checked up in front of him, and Jesse Love doesn't know that at that moment. You're trying to get to the back bumper and give a push. And listen, it's lap 5, lap 6 of the race. You're kind of then starting to get a little bit more aggressive. You want to get your lane to go forward. And he just got into the back of Brandon, and you see turned him into the outside wall. Got Carson Quapple as well. A lot of the rookies got caught up in this. I think
Daniel Dye.
Yeah, this has collected a lot of rookies. Looks like Connor Zilisch maybe got away with it, having just put 4 tires on, a little front end damage. But this is the thing that you'll hear a lot of the spotters talk about as well, is that they'll give you the distance in front of you, with the car that's in front to the back, basically trying to give you the idea that you can't push that car in front of you. But this checkup happened so quick, I don't think he can react. And Parker, it looks like it starts actually with Justin Allgaier on the front row. He got a little loose and checks up, and then just like as you're on the interstate, you get 4 or 5 rows back, it's magnified, and that's when someone ends up getting turned. The savior of this wreck for a lot of guys like Harrison Burton is that that's all paved now and not grass.
This is our race to stop suicide onboard camera. You're riding with Daniel Dye.
Daniel Dye took a hard hit in this crash. Yeah, Jesse Love got in the back of Brandon Jones, and jeez.
Such a small bump in a compression like that, you just upset the race car. There's nothing Brandon Jones could do, and he's spinning from the front.
Under caution early at Daytona. Several cars involved on the back straightaway. You're watching the NASCAR Xfinity Series season opener on CW.
What causes a curve down there? Is it Peyronie's disease? Is there somebody I can talk to for help?
I got somebody for that.
You guys got somebody for Peyronie's disease? Find a urology specialist who treats PD and go get somebody.
People already hate the CW ticker. It does the job. I don't understand why people complain about stuff like that. It's always been so weird to me. People complained about the Super Bowl scoreboard. It's like, dude, it shows you the score. It shows you how much time is left. It shows you what quarter it is, and it shows you who has possession. Like, and it shows you how many timeouts are left. I don't really see the issue.
Within 5 minutes. It also reduced flare-ups.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about Breztri.
Welcome to News Nation, where left and right come to be reasonable.
He's a Republican, I'm a Democrat, but we were sent up here to represent our country.
News Nation. News with respect for all Americans.
The Triple Option Podcast, presented by Wendy's. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
Nobody does trucks like Davidson Ford. F-150 Super Cruise, leasing from just $339 a month and up to $6,000 off F-350 crew cabs. Shop F-Series trucks in every size and style at DavidsonFordClay.com.
Nice.
You need a roof that will stand up to our severe New York weather. Heavy rain, strong winds, snow and ice. Our Comfort Roofing System will. We understand how a roofing system works and give you peace of mind that will protect your home through every season.
Hi, Fritz Chantilly here. Our Comfort Roofing System uses top quality components from underlayments to shingles backed by a 50-year warranty.
Save 50% off installation with 0% financing available. Visit comfortwindows.com today.
Come find your ride. We're making room for 2025 models with unbelievable deals on 2024 bikes. Get a free custom parts package with the purchase of any new 2024 Harley-Davidson touring model, or 0 down and 1.49% financing on select new 2024 Softail models. While supplies last, offer ends March 31st. See store for full details or visit our website at performancehd.com.
Nobody does trucks like Davidson Ford. F-150 Super Cruise, leasing from just $339 a month and up to $6,000 off F-350 crew cabs. Shop F-Series trucks in every size and style at DavidsonFordClay.com.
Nice.
Next week, Florida State clashes with red-hot Louisville. Then, Pitt battles Marcus Burton at Notre Dame. CW Courtside Saturday. Next week, live at 12 Eastern, 9 Pacific.
CW Sports coverage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series is brought to you by Celsius. Live fit. Progressive. Save when you bundle home, auto, and motorcycle insurance. Visit progressive.com. And by Credit One Bank. NASCAR American Express Card. If you missed out on the Double the Thrill sweepstakes, you're in luck. You can now enter the CW's Epic Sweeps for your chance to win an unforgettable trip to Universal Orlando Resort and the new Universal Epic Universe Park, opening May 22nd, 2025. Scan the QR code or visit thecwsweeps.com now to enter. Early caution. At least 9 cars involved in that incident on the back straightaway.
Yeah, and if you survive that, Parker, I always was like, okay, I've missed the big one. Now we can race. Everybody's going to take a deep breath and hopefully, be a little more conscious. We'll find out if that's the case today.
It's like a reset. If you survived, right? You kind of get this chance to catch your breath. You start to think about what the car's doing, how it can be better, that sort of thing. And you start to evaluate what was I doing, what was working, what wasn't. You get this chance to sort of look back and give yourself some critiques, and that helps for the drivers that were involved. You look at Jeff Burton's kind of with the sun right here. That will be something as we go later into this race. The sun gets really bad off turn 4 here at Daytona.
It does, and you have to have a clear visor because it's going to end in the dark, so you got to kind of be planned for that. We're going to take another look at this replay again from Jeff Burton's view. Watch him try to... Oh, so close right there for him. The dog finds his way through. He feels like he did it all. That's right.
Maybe this is his year, because last year I feel like he was involved in every crash.
Oh, that's a big hit right there. It's incredible to see the hits, especially on the headrest. After the big hit, all the small impacts that don't look bad, and you see their head bounce around inside of that headrest.
Yeah, it just shows you the brutality of these hits. They can look sort of mundane from the outside occasionally. The car absorbs so much of the impact, but no matter what, the driver is taking a brunt of that impact each and every time. It's just something you have to feel.
Now let's get tonight's Golden Moment, brought to you by Golden Corral, courtesy of the Golden Corral onboard camera. What a move. It was worth a second look, right?
Do you think in that golden moment that he had his eyes open or closed? Because I think at some point when you think you're going to hit, I never wanted to see the wreck, so I would shut him and then I would open if I made it.
Are you sure you want to be admitting that right now?
I'm done. I'll admit everything now.
You're closing your eyes at the race car?
Absolutely, if I thought I was going to hit.
I usually tried to look where I was going to get away from the wreck.
Yeah.
Find me a hole. Find me an exit plan. I wanted to pull the Jeff Burton there and have the seats parked in front of me and allow myself out.
The one thing that's a little deceiving from those in-cars is that from in the car, the smoke, a lot of times you can't see as much as you can on the camera from the car. So good for him for surviving that.
Austin Hill, the race leader, as we get set for the restart. Allgaier in the early front row was third when the caution came out.
Eddie, we're about 5 laps from the sun being really brutal off of 4, and then it's going to take it a minute to go down. Right now, it's going to be a little brutal, so maybe...
All right, going back green. Green flag.
Copy that. Thank you.
Old teammates in the outside lane. Sheldon Creed pushing Austin Hill. We're green once again here at Daytona.
This is a classic case of speedway racing where it will help not your best friend if it'll help you. And that's what Sheldon Creed's doing right here.
Especially on a race car. It doesn't matter who's in front of you. You just want to get them going. It helps you to get going as well. And as Justin Allgaier alluded to, that sun off of 4, what makes it really tough is if there's any puffs of smoke, if there's any sort of wiggles out of race cars, you won't see that. So he's basically telling his spotter, you need to be my eyes as we go through that corner right now with the bad sunlight. Sheldon Creed hooked up to the back of Austin Hill. They're going to go to the front.
Yeah, Allgaier was able to get off of the 16th for a bumper and drove away for a second. While that's good, the momentum that they gained on the outside line with him being by himself, you see them just drive right back by the outside.
Daniel Dye has been released from the infield care center.
Every time he exits turn 4, he has his hands full.
I talked to him this morning about the Xfinity car. This is his first Xfinity start. All his success in trucks, so it's really surprising. And he said, you know, when I went to the Rockingham test, it stuck out to me. It's just like a really bad driving truck. It's like, yeah, it'll get worse. Don't worry. These things have way less downforce than what Christian Eckes is used to in the NASCAR Truck Series. Therefore, the cars, the handling is more apparent in these cars. It's more important, and he's going to feel that here in that race car.
You see Justin Allgaier go up and try to get a side draft off of those guys. He has to be careful, though, because you see a lot of times when guys go up to get that side draft, if the outside lane doesn't go all the way against the wall, they have contact. It actually cost him in this race 1 year ago, spun out to the inside. But you want to do that. You're just trying to stall that lane out and get your lane going again.
And Justin is one of the most aggressive side drafters in the Xfinity Series.
He's so annoying when he does it.
It's frustrating. You want him to go away. His exhaust is in your left ear. It's bothering you. It feels like he's going to hit you. You're thinking, man, we're only 13 laps in this race. What are you doing? Yeah, why are you doing this? But that's what he does, and it gets him to he gets that bottom lane moving forward by doing it. And as you see the bottom lane start to surge, that's because he's
Brandon Jones also out of the care center.
So it's going to get super tight against that outside line.
Austin Hill, a familiar scene. The man in charge here in Daytona, down to Kim.
Yeah, looking for 4 in a row in this season opener, and he reported that the car is decent right now, has good drivability. He's at the point right now, but when he was in traffic, he described the car as being hard to break the bubble in front of him. So, Parker, when he talks about this bubble, what specifically is he referring to?
So what he's referring to is essentially where we saw some of the cars get pushed down the front without them actually hitting bumpers. And Jamie, this is what is in the Xfinity car, the design of the aerodynamic package, where this bubble will form behind the front car, and therefore that other car is trying to push it will just start compacting that air, and the front car will drive away from that before you ever touch their bumper. That bubble is very frustrating because what it does is it does not allow you to push other cars the way you want to push them, stay connected. It can make it harder to generate runs if you can't break that bubble. So the mark of a good Xfinity car on a super speedway is one that you see start breaking that bubble. If you see a car that's able to get right to the rear bumper on command when they want, that is a great race car in the super speedway in the Xfinity Series.
Now we go to Carla at the infield care center.
Yeah, thanks, Adam, here with Daniel Dye. Obviously not the way you wanted to start your rookie season. What did you see from Daniel's point?
Yeah, just the right side door knob on the 20 corner cover. You hear the guys down in the lobbies tell you you can't wait out the first lap.
I appreciate it. I just didn't want to miss anything.
There, so tough, but our champion container Chevy was fast. I think we had a car capable of moving forward. So go to a similar type of race next week. Just got to learn. Take what I learned from the first 3 laps of this race that I got to run and bring it to Atlanta.
All right, thanks, Daniel. Guys.
Hardest interview you give, right? You get laps out right down the first race. We've always talked about you get down here, you get wrecked out on lap 6. I just think of my career
Padres got Nick Pivetta. Yes, they did.
In our opening stage, Hill, Freed, Gray, Solano, Sanchez.
It actually sucks, Andy.
Closed captioning for today's race is brought to you by Tableau TV. Pay once, watch forever. Keep it up.
Emmett Smith.
I know you missed another game.
TV is so expensive.
Get a Tableau device and you can watch live sports for free. Learn more at TableauTV.com. Don't miss your chance to race for the million.
I wonder if there's somewhere that you could just look up, like,
The NASCAR
NASCAR International Broadcast.
Enter now to win a VIP trip to the NASCAR Cup Series Championship race at the Phoenix Raceway, where you could take home $1 million.
The winner is contestant number 2. This is insane.
The race for the million is on.
It feels amazing.
Powerball, the official lottery game of NASCAR, and home to the NASCAR Powerball Playoff.
Did you bring it?
After careful review of medical guidance and research on pain relief, my recommendation is simple. Every home should have Salon Paws. Powerful, yet non-addictive. Targeted and long-lasting. I recommend Salon Paws. It's good medicine.
You know what's crazy?
Is that you can get a buffet to go?
That Tony is getting a salad. And Luke should not do stand-up.
But that's like his third roll.
I'm on a roll.
Now you can start with dessert.
Or, how about soup?
Wait in here, baby.
Perfecting your swing is hard.
Nice shot, Dad.
But replacing your windshield doesn't have to be. Go to safelight.com and schedule a replacement today.
The thing about traveling with your kids is that each year they get bigger. But the hotel stays the same size. Get an Airbnb and get room for everyone.
Honestly, probably could find another stream. Who the fuck is on the apron with his hood flying
Please
up?
bring me good juju.
You need good juju?
Juju Watkins.
Check this out.
That's the 44.
Wow, that is good, but
Brennan
I
Poole.
just wanted to make sure my car has coverage.
Oh, you don't need me. You need
Caution.
like a good neighbor. State Farm is there.
The State Farm agent can help you choose the right coverage at a price that's right for you.
So who's up for some one-on-one?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. This spring, speed returns.
That was about a 7-minute green flag run there.
Weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway, where high octane meets the high banks. And gear up for spring break in the fast lane. 3 races.
Do I like the CW graphics? Yeah, I think they do the job.
Unforgettable weekend in racing paradise. NASCAR weekend at Homestead Miami Speedway. Get your tickets now at homesteadmiamispeedway.com.
Show us your NASCAR fan cave. Post a photo of your fan cave on X along with a hashtag CW NASCAR Challenge
Yeah.
for your chance to win a $500.
That ARCA race was ridiculous.
And have your fan cave shown on air at the end of the race. Go to the CW Sports profile and the CW Sports over on X for more information and full entry details. Under caution for the second time in stage 1. Debris on track. Pool's got a whole lot going on in that 44.
I think we know where it came from, by the way, here. Let's take a look at Brennan Poole on the front stretch. Yeah, it only takes, as they try to tape all those parts back on, it takes just the smallest amount of air to get underneath the hood. You see it 200 miles an hour, it blows it right off.
And it's unfortunate because he's a driver that's always a player at this style of racing. And oh, by the way, got married in the offseason. So even though today is not going his way, congratulations to Brennan Poole. Let's go back to Carla.
Thanks, Adam. Yeah, Brandon Jones here. His day is done. Your car was really the first one to get turned on the track, but you said you know exactly where this came from.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. That's way too early to be able to go out of this race. There was some really good cars on the bottom right there, and I had two teammates in front of me, and so I thought we were in a pretty good situation, but the momentum kind of got choked up in that bottom lane, and trying to avoid getting into our teammates, I tried to pull that lane back just a little bit, and it's just not a good place to be getting pushed right off the corner. So yeah, I don't know. You know, I'll go back. I'll look at it. I'm one to always try to figure out how to get better at this craft. Always try to get better at this racing, but it looks to me right now like there's nothing I could have done any differently. So this is not how we're going to begin the quest to go get a championship. I'll get my guys rallied back around. I'm really happy to be back here at Biggins Racing in the number 20. Having Menards and stuff on our car this weekend was a big deal for me. We had a lot of people from Menards, so pretty mad about what's taken out.
Thanks so much. He said he loved his car those first 10 laps, guys.
Yeah, and Brandon Jones, I completely agree with you, and I liked his attitude about that. He's like, I'll go back and look at it, but when you look at the replay, he's like, nobody did anything wrong. It's just that accordion effect. They checked up, and he was the guy that drew the short straw on that. I hate to say a racing deal, but it literally was.
We're going to have a short run here to end stage 1, and as we remain under caution, let's take a look now at Matt DiBenedetto's Race Fit Health Report, brought to you by Brestree.
I've never been 5'11". I've never been 205 pounds either. If I do, I've got big problems.
And he's strong. I mean, and I like the diet, though. High protein, I think that's the fad right now. Plenty of meat and veggies.
He spends a lot of time in the gym. I've seen Matt in the gym. I've seen his workout routines.
Oh, my Lord. Look at that. Don't look at Matt. There are plates on either side of that bar.
I need video.
Did he lift it up, or is it just a bit hold the plates, let alone the human being below there? That's unbelievable.
Hey, pit road's going to be open this time. Will we have some takers that come here? You know, fuel-wise, you can make it if you pit here to the end of stage 2. So what are your thoughts?
I think a few, if they want to forego possibility at stage points, you may come down here, get some tires, or just at least make your stop shorter at the end of this next stage, so then you can go all the way to the end of the second stage. So we'll see who the takers are. I believe if you're at the front, why don't you just stay there and get your stage points? But if you're a little further back, it's a good opportunity to sort of flip the stage.
Yeah, I would want to get the stage points. We hear about points all year long. We're talking about the Xfinity fastest lap being that extra bonus point. If from the front, I'm staying out. If I'm mid-pack or in the back. If I'm Christian Eckes, I'm definitely coming in and I'm going to say, tighten me up and give me some tires. He's there. He is there.
Everybody in the top 10 stayed out. We do have a few takers, including Justin Allgaier. Let's head down to Progressive Pit Road. Here's Kim.
Yeah, Justin Allgaier reporting just a touch free in the middle of the corner. There was some debate on the radio on whether or not to come down. Ultimately, they bring that car down. Looks like it's going to be left side tires only for Allgaier, and they'll make a slight air pressure adjustment.
I go back to what you said, Parker. There's really two schools of thought here. If you pit here, you create a couple of options, right? You can either pit again at the end of the stage, but it just means you're going to have a shorter stay to top off with fuel, or you just stay out at the end of the stage and run it all the way through
Way to play
the end of stage 2. Austin Hill leading. Restart coming up.
I told myself I was okay with my moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis symptoms.
With my psoriatic arthritis symptoms. But just okay isn't okay.
And I was done settling.
If you still have symptoms after trying a TNF blocker like Humira or Enbrel, Rinvoq works differently. Rinvoq is a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve joint pain, stiffness, and swelling as fast as 2 weeks for some. And even at the 3-year mark, many people felt this relief. Rinvoq can stop joint damage, and in PSA can leave skin clear or almost clear.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Done settling?
Ask your rheumatologist for Rinvoq.
And take back what's yours.
I'm an overpowered leaf blower, and I'm not exactly street legal.
And if you don't have the right auto coverage, this could really blow your budget. So get Allstate, save money, and be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Safe like repaired, safe like replaced.
Nobody likes a cracked windshield. But at least you can go to safelight.com and schedule a fix in minutes.
Cam confirmed. Very easy.
SafeLight can come to you for free, and our highly trained techs can replace your windshield right at your home.
Safe Light Repair, Safe Light Replace.
Go to safelight.com and schedule a replacement today.
Mike, if you had to choose, would you watch grass grow or keep track of your team's time?
Time tracking. With Gusto, my team's hours, breaks, overtime, and time off automatically sync with payroll.
And I can clock in and out from anywhere. Payroll and time tracking without getting into the weeds. That's Gusto.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works, and I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really worked so good for me. Makes my day.
Prevagen, for your brain. Welcome to the Proving Ground. Welcome to fist bumping, cylinder thumping, metal crunching. Some big hits right there. It's all or nothing for 26 weeks of the year.
The wait is finally over.
Welcome to the NASCAR Xfinity Series, only on the CW.
Looking for a cable news network which respects all Americans? Then you have a new home with News Nation. See why News Nation is America's fastest growing cable news network. To find News Nation on your screen, go to newsnationnow.com. This is going to be a fun little ending.
Look at that sun. Man, those guys are ready for that to go down.
Oh, yeah.
Sheldon Creed likes being behind Austin Hill. I think that's going to be his best position to be in.
Push the fastest car.
Absolutely.
It's a good choice.
Parker, when it comes down to the end of one of these stages, I always like to use it like the end of the race. Even though you're not going to be quite as aggressive as you are at the end of the race, I always like to put myself in position and see what I can do and what I need to do, what I need to get better at as the race closes down.
It's a great point. I always think of super speedway racing for a majority of the race is almost like practice. Practice the moves. Practice where you want to be.
And if it doesn't work out, it's okay.
You got many more laps. It only pays on the last one. So of course there's stage points that pay out, but definitely you're thinking about where do you want to be come late in this race, whether it's on a restart, last lap. You're trying to figure that out because every super speedway race is different. Although the package hasn't changed, the drivers maybe have changed. It evolves. It changes. It's just different.
Kim, Justin Allgaier among those that made a pit stop a moment ago.
Yeah, and for those drivers that made that stop, they're kind of in the mess of things as we see this restart with just what will be 5 to go in the stage once they get the green. And here was the directive from crew chief Jim Coleman to Justin.
Here, I don't need you to be madman through there, right? We only got a couple laps to the end of this. It's going to play out for you. We obviously got to finish, not tear it up, and then we're going to cycle back to the lead here. Copy.
So that was the strategy for the 7. I'm not sure, guys, how Batman drives, but for Jim Coleman, it's don't do any Batman moves here for the final laps of this stage.
I felt like that was Dad saying, don't wreck this thing. Okay?
Basically, it means that's the risk. You put yourself back in the pack. It's going to play out strategy-wise, but don't get involved in the wreck. We see that often when people play this strategy.
Going to be 5 to go, stage 1, when we return to the...
All right, going to have just 5 laps to go in the first stage. And green flag's back in the air.
He's just kind of on the sidelines and he seems stressed.
That's because you're just always so relaxed.
Maybe that's it. Austin Hill, Taylor Gray, front row. We're rolling again here in Central Florida.
Taylor Gray and Williams Walsh have done an exceptional job on that inside lane, being able to maintain. They got two of the best guys on their outside.
And Justin Bonsignor, who has very little experience at this, just doing the same thing, following them. It's 3 powerful Toyotas down on the bottom line, fighting against those Chevys up top. Nick Sanchez has joined up there. Well, it's Sheldon Creed up there with Austin Hill. As it's getting crazy now. Jordan Anderson down below the yellow line. You want to merge back in safely when that happens.
And you don't want to go below that double yellow line and advance your position, because if you do, you'll be penalized. All good there for Anderson.
Yeah, Jesse Love calling Williams a watch out, and that's what he's going to have to learn as this race goes on. You got to protect both sides. He's got his teammate right in front of him, but you don't always know what the guy behind you is going to do. He'll learn as this goes on.
front, the 21. Just behind him, 00, a Ford. That's Sheldon Creed, new team this year. 48, orange and white car in that outside lane. That's Nick Sanchez, the rookie for Big Machine. And right behind him, that red, white, yellow 27, Jeb Burton making a play.
Yeah, and Parker, it's so hard when you're in that outside line. You can go at any moment, but you're like, if I go now, is anyone going to go?
Just your stop.
There's a lot of decisions to be made. And as we come to 3 to go this time, you probably don't want to make your move until you're going down the backstretch on the last lap. But it's hard when you see someone behind you pull out of the line. You have to make that decision in a split second.
Austin Hill here is like, look who's behind him. There's no real teammates that are stacked up. There's no manufacturers that are stacked up. So he really has himself first each and every one, which is a great position for him. For Nick Sanchez, who's pushing Sheldon Creed hard right now into turn 1. He's trying to find that moment, create that run to see if maybe they can create a run on the 21.
Yeah, and as we were talking about, you use this
freight train.
At the end of the race. I'm right now sizing up. How do I back up to get that little bit of push that Nick Sanchez gave me? Where do I want that to be? You can roll out of the gas to back up to that car behind you and then generate that run when you need it.
Bennett onboard camera from the car of Austin Hill looking back at Sheldon Creed. Single file in that outside lane for now.
The other thing that I don't want to do in this moment is make someone mad that I might need later in the race. If I pull out a line, if I hang someone out now, they know that I won't hang with them later in the race.
And the key here is whoever does drop down, don't do it alone. Do it 2 or 3 cars. That's why without having teammates up there, Sheldon wiggles through the travel. That's a dangerous place to be pushing. I made that mistake with Sheldon 2 years ago and spun him out actually this race in that same car. So Nick, take it from me. Be a little easier on him through the triangle.
This is a great view. We can see if Sheldon tries to back up a little bit to Nick Sanchez. You see Austin Hill got out. Sanchez is now going to get on his bumper. Does Sheldon take this run or does he not? He doesn't. He rolled out the throttle right there and elected to stay right behind Austin Hill.
And you see Nick Sanchez and Jeb Burton there in the orange and white car and the yellow and orange car. They're basically fading down. They're just trying to see if there is that opportunity to start to dip and make a run because then the 00 and the 21 will have
All right, coming to the final lap of the stage.
Going to be 1 lap to go.
Austin Hill has the lead.
When we cross the start-finish line in our opening stage. And a reminder, if you win the stage, you get a playoff point that carries all the way through the playoffs when we begin activity there in September. 10 stage points on the line if you win. That's big not only for the regular season chase, but if you were to have a problem later in this race, it helps you overcome what could be a bad day. Austin Hill in control.
And Sheldon has done a great job. He's letting Austin Hill get out. He's gonna take the run right now? He's trying.
Oh shit.
Put a little bit of block on Jeb. Yeah, Jeb's gonna have the momentum and the shorter distance around the track right here. Sheldon pulls out to block Jeb Burton.
He's moving all over the place. This really
coming to the end of the stage. Austin Hill has the lead.
Generate Nick Sanchez to the top. He's got
Nick Sanchez trying to get by. Not going to happen. Austin Hill is going to win stage 1.
And the green and white checkered flag delivered
after about a 4-minute green flag run. I am going to go outside and smoke, and I'll be back in just a few minutes.
He's done it here. That's 10 consecutive
fucking shit.
Victories at the World Center of Racing. Chevrolet.
What causes a curve? Does it Peyronie's disease? There's someone I can talk to for help.
I got somebody for that.
I got somebody for that.
I got somebody for that.
You guys got somebody for Peyronie's disease? There's hope for the estimated 1 in 10 men who may have Peyronie's disease, or PD. A urology specialist who treats PD can help you create a plan, including non-surgical options. Find somebody today at GoGetSomebody.com.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check first that you bought seats in the right section. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hi, I'm Greg. I live in Bloomington, Illinois. I'm not an actor. I'm just a regular person. After working 25 years in the automotive industry, I retired. 8 years ago, I just didn't feel like I was on my game. I started taking Prevagen, and I want people to know that Prevagen has worked for me. Give it a try. I want it to help you just like it has helped me. I've been taking Prevagen for 8 years now, and it's still helping me tremendously.
Prevagen, for your brain.
Sam Mayer, Austin Hill, and the rest of the field. Let's go! Look to gain momentum in an early season Atlanta showdown. The NASCAR Xfinity Series, next Saturday at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific on the CW.
The Central New York Boat Show is back February 13th through 16th at the New York State Fairgrounds. Hundreds of new and pre-owned boats on display and for sale. Cruisers, ski boats, pontoons, fishing boats, personal watercraft, plus docks and accessories. Buy tickets now at cnyboatshow.com.
It's our biggest President's Day sale ever at Metro Mattress. Right now, save up to $900 on Beauty Rest Black sets. The name families have trusted for over 45 years. Metro Mattress.
Metro Mattress, the sleep superstar.
Construction sites are signs of progress. They're also the site for accidents.
If you're injured on the site, call Joe Stanley's hard workers. They're on the job because you're not. 215 Burnett Avenue in Syracuse, Watertown, Rochester, Binghamton, and Montrose, PA.
Transform your home with Comfort Windows.
We should probably call this the house that Comfort built. They've done our siding, they've done sliders, windows, and now our sunroom. Comfort truly has transformed our home, and it's beautiful.
Hi, Fritz and Tilly here. People think Comfort is just a window company, but that's just the beginning. We can help you transform your house into your dream home.
Save 50% off installation with 0% financing available. Visit comfortwindows.com and schedule your free estimate today.
The Central New York Boat Show is back February 13th through 16th at the New York State Fairgrounds. Hundreds of new and pre-owned boats on display and for sale. Cruisers, ski boats, pontoons, fishing boats, personal watercraft, plus docks and accessories. Buy tickets now at cnyboatshow.com.
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, celebrating 100 years of an American icon, the Goodyear blimp.
You ever go up to the blimp?
I've never been up in the blimp.
I have. It's terrifying.
I stick to fixed wing.
It's old. The one I was.
How about the Blue Angels?
Yeah, they do that. I did the Thunderbirds.
Oh, the
I'll never do that again either.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, it was terrible.
I've done one of those Red Bull Air Race.
I was sick for 2 days.
So pit road is not yet open. Christian Eck is having some problems. Brings his Celsius Chevrolet down the pit lane.
Looks like they're working on the front splitter area.
Yeah, he's obviously
hit the bottom of that splitter, Donald. Okay, all right. Put that tire back on. We got to get the bare bond out. Get it. No, don't worry about that bare bond.
That was Chris Rice, the team manager.
You can see where it's detaching.
Yeah, and that splitter generates so much downforce for these cars. It's so critical.
You'll make an immense amount of drag. That will drag on the ground, which will affect you. So there's just all sorts of issues that compound when you have something like that with the front splitter.
Yeah, if that hits on entry or in the corner when the car is compressed, the front end just doesn't turn. It's like the tires aren't on the ground.
Top five as we anticipate pit stops. Austin Hill, Sheldon Creed, Nick Sanchez, Jed Burton, Anthony Alfredo, all getting stage points there. And now we go down to Dylan Welch on Progressive Pit Road.
And Nick Sanchez will hit his marks at the top of the screen. Said he wasn't loose, but was trending that way. Playing for them is 4 tires and an air pressure adjustment. Jeff Burton, good run for him. Finished 4th in that stage. Said we scored the points we wanted. And Sheldon Creed felt like he needed to get tightened up. Then after a couple cycles said, I'm good. 4 tires and fuel, Kim.
You see Austin Hill in the 21 at the bottom of your screen. Stage winner. There's going to take left side tires only. Said the car balance is really good. Would not change anything right now as they race off
Thank you,
road.
Kim. And now our Progressive race off pit road. D. Thompson going +6. Austin Hill lost 1 of that exchange, +5 for his teammate Jesse Love. Stage 2 coming your way next on a beautiful evening in Daytona Beach.
Struggling with the highs and lows of bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar, because you are greater than your bipolar 1, and you can help take control of your symptoms with Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full-spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms. Vraylar is not approved for elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults.
Report fever, stiff muscles or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, tremors, slow or uncontrolled body movements, restlessness and feeling like you need to move, sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion are common. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Visit Vraylar.com to see additional side effects. Ask about Vraylar. AbbVie could help you save.
I gotta get Marcus some new cleats.
I bet you could buy the whole team new cleats with all that money you saved.
Nancy Dawson is passive progressive.
You know, Nancy, that's actually really...
Nancy doesn't have progressive, so she takes it out on those who do.
She can look up private coaching with that. Maybe he'll score a goal. I figured you'd want the whole roll since you've saved hundreds with Progressive.
How many tickets, too, please?
Don't be passive progressive.
2 for Becky.
Drivers who switch could save hundreds.
Safe like repair.
Perfecting your swing is hard.
Nice shot, Dad. Oh. Safe like replace.
But replacing your windshield doesn't have to be. Go to safelight.com and we can come to you.
Sick.
Our highly trained techs can replace your windshield where you are, even if that's right in your driveway.
Have a good day. I love you.
SafeLight makes it easy. Go to safelight.com and schedule a replacement today.
Safe like repair. Safe like replace.
Before taking Breztri for my COPD, I had bad days. Days ruined by flare-ups. It could permanently damage my lungs. Then, I talked to my doctor about Breztri, and I noticed things changed. Breztri gave me better breathing.
What is this leaderboard? It's something Jaden made, dude.
5 minutes, my lung function improved.
Sam a redneck for sure.
It also helped improve my symptoms, and was even proven to reduce flare-ups, including those that could.
So if you're insulting this leaderboard, you're insulting
now, I worry
Jaden.
less about bad days and enjoy more good days.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Ask your doctor about Breztri for COPD.
NXT is bringing the heat every Tuesday, and this Tuesday is no different. Catch an all-new WWE NXT Tuesday, 8/7 Central, right here on the CW. You ever wrestled? I did, yeah. State champ as a kid, have you know.
You played a wrestler actually one time. That's what I remember.
Did,
That's
yeah.
right.
Randy Macho Man.
He did. He spit on me every time he talked.
Did you like it a little or no?
I think we should save that. Yeah, I think so, yeah.
That's our next on camera.
That's right.
Let's take a look at Matt DiBenedetto's Race Fit Health Report, brought to you by Breztri. I think he could have been arrested.
He's a win-win. He could be a tax.
I wouldn't wrestle him.
I should invite him some point. So the thing that sticks out to me on this, I love that we're doing this. If you look at our heart rate, 115 to 160. I used to check my heart rate every race. I would track it the entire race. It was almost exactly the same in the duration of the cup race for 3 hours as when I was running a marathon. Yep. Even though you're working like some different muscles and it's a little bit different, the hydration, all of that these guys go through every race. And it's not that hot today, but we've heard guys are actually hot in the car today. So what was it for you? The heart rate? Yeah. Like between 140 and 160 would be my heart rate.
We saw a minute ago, Eckes was on pit road repairing damage. Let's go down to Kim, get the report there.
Yeah, I checked in with the team. That damage came from a restart. He just got into the car in front of him too hard. And I talked with crew chief Alex Jans earlier in the day. He described Christian Eckes as very even-keeled off the track, but an animal on the track. And so I imagine he's pretty hot-headed under helmet right now. Not the kind of Daytona he wanted to have.
Thank you, Kim. We'll continue to follow his situation. Scored 34th is Christian Eckes. By the way, right behind him, Kyle Sieg out of the race, scored 35th right now. He had a drive shaft issue. Wanted to get that out there for the Kyle Sieg fans. So let's reset as we look forward to the green flag here to begin stage 2. Justin Allgaier is the race leader. They stayed out. Of course, they had pitted under caution prior to the end of the stage. Mayer, Josh Williams, Harrison Burton, Connor Zilisch, all in that same situation. So the top 5 stayed out. After that, those drivers that came down pit road, Austin Hill, Jesse Love, William Sawalich, Anthony Alfredo, Josh Bilicki in the top 10, they all came down at lap 33 once we wrap things up in that first stage. Allgaier going to the outside lane with Burton to his left.
All right.
That's Harrison Burton in the 25.
Matt Green.
Yeah, we see the leader choose the outside every restart.
Harrison Burton, so he's got some work to come out with it for him. But I feel like if he can get the moves made here, he's in a great position right now.
Hey, look outside lane. Second car, 41, Sam Mayer. Haven't talked a lot about him today. He's one of those that played strategy, pitted before when the caution came out prior to the end of the stage. He's got track position, got 4 tires at lap 22. He's someone who's never finished top 10 at Daytona.
Yeah, and I love that shot right there. He doesn't have white gloves on, but you can see it looks like he has green gloves on, and we can see his hands. And like we saw with Christian Eckes earlier, you see how hard these guys are working in the corner. When the car will get loose, you'll see them trying to catch the car on exit. I think it's a great perspective for people at home watching. And it looks like Sam Mayer is actually going to get hung out. Right there by Josh Williams, 3 wide. This won't end well.
Josh dropped to the middle there. He saw the lane coming, saw as an opportunity. Sheldon Creed now to his bumper. Harrison Burton goes up to block right there. You'll do that. You'll move around and try to catch these moving lanes, the momentum they have. Josh Williams played that perfectly. Didn't really hurt Sam there. He stays second on the top row, but Josh did a great job.
No, the 88 right there, though, you see on the bottom lane, that's the big loser. This Connor Zillage was fighting for the lead, but pushed Harrison Burton out front. He didn't get in line in time, and you see he's going to fall in right in the back.
And Harrison Burton, you get damaged 5 laps into the race. You play the game from a strategy standpoint. You establish track position, and here you are at the front of the field. Huge for AM Racing.
Watch Jesse Love's eyes. If you see him look out to the left, he's on the top. He's looking in his side view mirror to make sure that what just happened doesn't happen to him. You're trying to manage the left side lane and also manage outside the front. Spotter giving great information right there, Walker.
Oh, Sammy Smith to the bottom. Harrison Burton there in that orange and black car. What a move. It's ahead of him and now gets to the front of that bottom line. That was pretty spectacular. Just moved Harrison Burton up out of the groove and slotted up. You won't see that often, but if you do, that's a massively big power move.
And it could be that Harrison Burton was tight, right? Kind of got pushed up off the bottom. Sammy Smith had that little bit of a run, was able to clear it. It didn't kill Harrison Burton, though. He was able to get in line right behind him. Not in a terrible position.
Cousins running together here. You got Harrison Burton in that black and gray 25. Right behind him, Jeb Burton in the Golden Corral 27.
Here's this move again. You see, Harrison was just up the racetrack a little bit. Maybe he was protecting, thinking that the run was coming closer to the top lane. Sammy Smith saw the opportunity, had the momentum, and just simply drove right on by him. That's a very unique pass. You don't usually see that. It's also the mark of a strong car. Remember, he won at Talladega late in last season. A lot of confidence in the super speedways for Sammy Smith. You're seeing that right now. He's also got that lovely 8 font. Those good DI. That's a big deal. It looks great.
Yeah, pay attention right here to Austin Hill. He's the blue car, top row, 3 cars back. Still has Jesse Love in the red 2 right behind him. Wait,
does he actually have the DEI 8? Oh my god, he does. He actually does have the DEI 8.
He can make his move. With them being
That's
2
beautiful,
like that,
dude.
You see, he's trying to peek to the inside right now. Sam Mayer actually
That's so poetic.
Sam's going to have to work on blocking that. If you have the 21 behind you, you've got to be on your toes. That wasn't even an aggressive move. He pulled out of the line very gingerly and was able to get by him.
I can't tell you how many times Austin Hill and maybe another Chevy did that to me in the last 2 years.
You sound
because
bitter.
he does that move where he goes, everyone follows. So if you're in Sam Mayer's position, it is so frustrating because there's nothing you can do to stop that. They all decide to go with him. Tight there.
This Bennett Transportation on-board camera showing us the tricks of the trade when it comes to being magnificent in the draft. Austin Hill is getting it done. And look who's leading this thing now. Jeff Burton has jumped to the front. We're going side by side at Daytona.
Safe like repaired, safe like replaced.
Nobody likes a cracked windshield. But at least you can go to SafeLight.com and schedule a fix in minutes.
Can confirm. Very easy.
SafeLight can come to you for free. And our highly trained techs can replace your windshield right at your home.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Go to SafeLight.com and schedule a replacement today.
Easy. Find a pet-friendly Italian restaurant with outdoor seating nearby and text it to Luca.
Real quick.
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance.
It's pronounced Biberty. Liberty. Nice try, kid. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
You know what's crazy?
That you can get a buffet to go?
That Tony is getting a salad. And Lou should not do stand-up.
But that's like his third roll.
I'm on a roll.
Then you can start with dessert.
Or how about soup?
Wait a minute, baby.
It's native. 24-hour moisturizing body wash that locks in 4 times the moisturizers of your old body wash.
Wow, and just 12 ingredients?
Heavenly. Clean moisturizing body wash isn't a myth, it's native.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Now Taxes is having a TurboTax expert who does your taxes from start to finish. While you check in anytime. And get the most money back on your time. Now this is Taxes.
Hey, Tyler, think I have what it takes to be part of a NASCAR pit crew? You? Yeah, I mean, we keep Xfinity internet fast and reliable at home and on the go. It's kind of like keeping cars fast and reliable on the track.
You thought that add coolant meant driving with your sunglasses on.
It doesn't make it cooler?
What's a jack?
Don't bring him into this.
I don't know, man. I mean, you asked if we could swap gasoline once.
Okay. I shouldn't be in the pit crew. I meant driver.
Maybe just stick to what you're good at.
Beep, beep. Look out.
Xfinity is your super fast connection to NASCAR.
Welcome to the proving ground. Cylinder thumping, metal crunching, big hits right there. It's all or nothing for 26 weeks of the year.
The wait is finally over.
Welcome to the NASCAR Xfinity Series, only on the CW.
Plenty of movement at the front in this race. You saw it side by side. Hey, look who's leading once again. Austin Hill wins the opening stage. Little pit strategy cycled him back. He's led 28 circuits today. And behind him, great day for Ryan Sieg. And some other drivers in the top 10 that I'm not sure how they've gotten there. I mean, we talk about Connor Zillich damaged in the 88. Ryan Truex from deep in the field has worked his way to the top 5. Attaboy for Justin Bonsignor. A lot of changing parts when you look at the top 10, and Allgaier trying to get back in it outside of Leland Honeyman.
Yeah, Parker, it's interesting. The race at the beginning was everybody going to the top.
Yep.
Now everybody has transitioned to the bottom. It almost makes me think they just want to follow the 21 car.
It's basically what it is. That's what I was trying to point out before. You can always follow the 21. This is a great example of it here, as we saw when you were watching during the break. Watch the 21, that blue and white car behind the 8, the orange and black car. Austin does this all the time. He's going to try and shoot to the bottom. Sammy Smith covers him, does that well. That gives him a boost up by the 27. But that put Austin Hill in the position of being the lead car on the bottom, and eventually he got the lead. And those are aggressive moves. You mentioned the pit strategy maybe helped him get some of that back, but really he did that. And he made some of these moves just by himself, and everyone followed him, which then just makes it easier.
And if you're in Sammy Smith's position right there, you have to see that coming. You can't rely on your spotter at that moment. That move happens so fast. By the time the spotter keys the radio and says he's looking, the pass is made.
You remember when Jimmy Johnson was on that run of 5 consecutive championships, and everyone said the most difficult thing of competing with him is you got one eye on the 48 and one eye on your car. Your attention's not where it needs to be. I feel like when you're racing with Austin Hill, it's like that because you're worried about him and maybe not totally about yourself.
And to that point, he does great things. He has a fast car, but when everyone then has that group mentality, and you think of, I want to follow that car. I want to go where he goes. He knows how to do this best. That sort of thing. It almost like sort of manifests destiny. He manifests these moves because everyone follows him, and that's what just puts him in these positions, and then he gets to command the field. And Dylan, you have more on Ryan Sieg?
Yeah, he's having a great run so far. One of the smaller teams, but somebody that always runs up front in these super speedway races. And talked with crew chief Matt Noyce earlier today just about some of the changes going on behind the scenes with this car and this team. He said despite some of those changes, the core of This car is
Will
still
Ty
the same
Gibbs
body.
Racing
He's
win?
seeing the driver, Matt himself is the crew chief, and
Which-
Tim Fiedel with a spotter.
What happened with that again? They gave him ownership of the Xfinity team, or one of the Xfinity cars, or what is? Or does he have part ownership of the whole team? Or I feel like something like that happened.
Spotter relationship helps that. If it goes well tonight, it's because of that relationship, and it's going well so far, Carla.
Yeah, we know there's not much carryover from the Truck Series to Xfinity Series, but one thing Nick Sanchez said is that he's looking forward to the length of these races. He said, I always felt like I was peaking at the end of the truck races and just needed some more laps. We'll see if that comes into play tonight. He ended stage one in third, and guess what? He's right
The
back up
owner
there
of the
again, guys.
54 car in the
You know what
Xfinity
that
Series.
equals, Carla? Stage points, which really helps as you try to make your way.
Is it like an honorary owner?
10 laps to go. Stage
Does
two
he actually have any
will
like
begin.
fucking stock in it?
Big.
Small. Essential.
Big.
Who knows? Fair enough.
Essential.
Grande. Pequeño. Esencial. No matter what business you're in, Verizon Business has the network and solutions you need to power it.
And my progressive rep was super helpful.
Tom Hayes is passive progressive.
The way Kevin says he always has to help you.
Tom doesn't have progressive, so he takes it out on those who do.
If you switch, you can save hundreds.
Well, that's great. You could buy more of that cologne we all love.
Huh. Progressive called me back about the claim I filed.
Support when you need it. I wonder what that's like, huh?
In my office. No, Tom.
Don't be passive progressive.
This is bad, right?
Switch to get good coverage and savings for yourself.
What if you could have shades like these for a fraction of big brand prices? With Shady Rays, you can. We're an independent company, so we do things differently. We offer high-quality polarized shades for a reasonable price. And we personally replace shades that get lost or broken. So far, we've racked up over 300,000 five-star reviews. I founded Shady Rays so that we could have sunglasses that stand up to whatever life throws at us. Order
Shut the
now
fuck
and get
up.
20% off site-wide at shadyrays.com.
After careful review of medical guidance and research on pain relief, my recommendation is simple. Every home should have Salon Paws. Powerful, yet non-addictive. Targeted and long-lasting. I recommend Salon Paws. It's good medicine.
You know what's crazy?
Okay, you can get a buffet to go.
That Tony is getting a salad. And Luke should not do stand-up.
But that's like his third roll.
I'm on a roll.
Now you can start with dessert.
Or how about soup?
Wait and pay, baby.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Nobody likes a cracked windshield. But at least you can go to safelight.com and schedule a fix in minutes. Go to safelight.com and schedule a replacement today.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
Sorry, bud. Not while I weed. Hey! Who let the dogs out?
Spruce, a new weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets.
Does it actually work?
Visible results in 1 hour and dead weeds in 1 day.
Spruce works.
Spruce, the new, hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer.
Welcome to Martinsville. Martinsville isn't your average everyday racetrack. Far from it. It's truly wonderful. The speed, the shape, the history, the hospitality, heck, even the hot dogs. A one-of-a-kind weekend at the short track of NASCAR with trucks on Friday, Xfinity on Saturday, and Cup Series on Sunday. It's one event too amazing to miss. NASCAR weekend at Martinsville Speedway. Get your tickets now at martinsvillespeedway.com.
If you missed out on the Double the Thrill sweepstakes, you're in luck. You can now enter the CW's Epic Sweeps for your chance to win an unforgettable trip to Universal Orlando Resort and the new Universal Epic Universe Park, opening May 22nd, 2025. Scan the QR code or visit the CWSweeps.com now to enter. Closing on the end of our second stage, it's the NASCAR Xfinity Series at Daytona International Speedway with Parker Kligerman, Jamie McMurray. I'm Adam Alexander. It continues to be the Austin Hill Show.
Yeah, I think we're about to pick up.
Just like at the end of stage one, they've all migrated to the top. Austin Hill's leading. And we talked about earlier, you need to figure out, like it's the end of the race, how am I going to get to the front? This is on Sheldon Creed right there on the bottom. The blue and pink car. He's tired to follow it. He's going to see if he can get the second lane, the 00 to move forward.
Taylor Fritz on the ball in there. Now he's giving up on it maybe, but this is what we're going to see is who's willing to drop down. Speaking of dropping down on the bottom there, most laps led on track to Track 6 Xfinity Series history. Austin Hill's getting up there.
This really puts in perspective how good he is at this style of racing. Yeah, it's likely, unless something crazy happens, he's going to go to number 2 on the list and jump in front of Dale Jr.
Yeah, and the guy that you see second on the list, Dale Jr., I lived the era that Dale Jr. won every plate race that we went to, or super speedway race. And everybody did the same thing they're doing with Austin Hill. It was annoying. You're like, stop following him. He's the fastest car. But what makes this so powerful is that it's pretty rare that you give one of the best drivers to also have the best car. And Austin Hill's one of the best drivers, and he's in one of the fastest cars, and he's able to capitalize on it.
I saw Justin Allgaier and Nick Sanchez drop to the bottom. They're trying to get rid of Ryan Sieg and Austin Hill to force them and just be in a position they don't want to be. Get that run moving. Here comes Jeb Burton to the bottom.
Jeb Burton making a move.
Jeb Burton's had a great day. 4th in the opening stage.
Got 4 to go in the stage.
Again, putting himself in position. Going to be 3 laps to go. Stage 2 this time around.
Yeah, and Austin Hill's going to have his hands a little bit busier right here than it was at the end of stage 1. We've already got this bottom line forming. 48 can maybe pull down and try to get in front of Jeb Burton as they go into turn 1. When you go to the bottom, the distance is so much shorter that you make up some ground temporarily, but then you lose it with the momentum on that exit of the turn. Look at how loose the 48 car was right there on the entry.
They're all moving around inside. These cars are wiggling all over the place. They're driving really hard right now throughout the field. They're sliding around and moving around on the exit of the corners. You just see each car is not handling like they want.
Yeah, this is out in the back of Austin Hill to number 21. Looks like there could be some fluid, some oil, maybe some water coming out of the back of that car. We'll have to see if there's any issues with him.
That's one way to keep the competition away.
Oil slick, absolutely.
Just wreck the field behind you, right?
Fucking Mario Kart.
It's a little bit different. We saw Sheldon Creed backing up and trying to generate a run. I don't see that same thing happening for Ryan Sieg. See if he can generate a run. Creed's not going to be content here. He's going to pull out a line once he can generate a little bit of a run. Or as you see on the bottom, the blue car, the number is that 26? Yeah, if you can get a little bit of a run, Creed might pull that. You want to time that out so you have a little bit of momentum. You can see they're all kind of checking up right there as the draft is working.
Toyota's trying to mount a charge in that low.
Oh, trouble! There goes Nick Sanchez. Caution is out. That's the stage. Big hit for Nick Sanchez.
Every time you see a car squirm, it's because there's a little bit of impact from behind.
Wow.
Creed got into him just a little bit too hard and got him turned into the fence.
And to your point, what they were all trying to do is sort of control
the hard
the
impact.
There, be able to drop down and create that run that they wanted as the bottom lane was forming, and so there was a lot of bumper tag happening. It just happened in the worst place where these.
Well, that'll end the stage. Austin Hill will win stage 2.
They're the lightest. They're just out of the racetrack a little bit, and Sheldon just got back into the back of Nick Sanchez in a way that.
Is Shady Rays is a Kyle Busch sponsor?
Caution lights are on. Wheeling the official warning lights of NASCAR and America's most trusted manufacturer of emergency lights and sirens. Another rookie with damage in this race. They have felt the effects here today. It's caution number 4 of the afternoon.
All right, I'll be back once again.
You see that Sheldon Creed
I'm going to go smoke. I'll be back in a few minutes.
He's going to get into the back of the 48 orange car right in front of him. It's not that much contact, but as Parker
Yeah,
said, you're vulnerable
hard hit to the
right there.
wall
You
that
really
he
want to
took.
get into somebody just on the exit of the corner and then generate that push all the way down the straightaway. Hitting him on the edge of the corner, it's just not good, but he maybe was getting a little bit too much of a push from Justin Allgaier right there who was behind him.
Just creating the runs, and you just want to keep pushing right here. And it's also sort of the angle you hit. If you hit them a little bit too far to the left, that upsets the car. And right at that point, at the entry of the corner, it's just the toughest. I did the same to Austin Hill at Talladega at the end of last year. Spun him out without barely even touching him because the cars are so light at that point of time. And this is just a mistimed bump trap that you just, you know, it happens in this racing because you're pushing. You're being aggressive. You want to make the moves and create the momentum, but the risk of that is what we see here.
It's just such a great example of how light the back of the car is on entry. It's hard to explain. That's why you see them swatting the steering wheel back and forth on the entry of the corner. It just doesn't take much to get them around.
Stage 2, going to end under caution. Get out the broom. The sweep today for Austin Hill, who's gone for his 4th consecutive victory at Daytona in a season opener. Sieg, Creed, Allgaier, Thompson, your top 5 at the end of the 2nd stage. And here is what brought out the yellow.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years, and I'm from Flowery Branch, Georgia. When I have customers come in, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective, does not require a prescription, and I've been taking it quite a while myself, and I know it works, and I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really works so good for me. Makes my day.
Prevagen, for your brain.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the game is actually over. Before you storm the court. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
What causes a current death? Is it Peyronie's disease? Is there somebody I can talk to?
I got somebody for that.
You guys got somebody for Peyronie's disease?
Find a urology specialist who treats PD at GoGetSomebody.com. The action is live and loud from Atlanta.
These guys are relentless.
As Sam Mayer, Austin Hill, and the rest of the field look to gain momentum in an early season showdown. The NASCAR Xfinity Series, next Saturday at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific on the CW. Power up, America. The Ford President's Day sales event is here. Save on the vehicles that will take you places, give you a surge of productivity, and a new sense of freedom. So head to your local Ford store, because it's time to get in the driver's seat. A special offer for Ram owners. Right now, you can lease a Ford F-150 for $299 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford stores.
There's one law firm that effectively handles the most serious personal injury cases. The Porter Law Group. Securing over $500 million in compensation for the individuals and families they represent. Providing their clients with the answers and justice they deserve. The Porter Law Group. You only get one chance to hire the right law firm. The Porter Law Group. Don't settle for less.
Come find your ride. We're making room for 2025 models with unbelievable deals on 2024 bikes. Get a free custom parts package with the purchase of any new 2024 Harley-Davidson touring model. Or 0 down and 1.49% financing on select new 2024 Softail models. While supplies last, offer ends March 31st. See store for full details or visit our website at performancehd.com.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series on the CW is presented by Universal Orlando Resort. Enter now for a chance to win a trip to Universal Orlando, including the new theme park, Epic Universe.
CW Sports coverage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series is brought to you by Golden Corral. Golden Corral honors our nation's heroes. And by Liberty Mutual. Only pay for what you need. First 2 stages in the books here at the World Center of Racing. Austin Hill wins them both. First under green, second under caution. The pit lane is open, and here come the front runners down Progressive Pit Road. Dylan.
Sieg peels off right there, finished second. Stage 2 has been fast, but the balance still needs some help. They'll change right side tires and take air out of the right front. Sheldon Creed second from the top said, good if I can get some help. Also asked for a little bit of tape on the nose, right side tires and fuel, Kim.
You see Justin Allgaier in that red 7 Chevrolet. The plan to take right side tires only said it's very stable. Car is good, just a slight air pressure adjustment as fuel goes into Austin Hill. Fluid white
Trying to get into
21
shit.
at the bottom. Nolan picked 2 tires. Austin said it is tight, especially off 4, but he's scared to mess with it because it was moving so good through traffic. Minimal changes. He did note there was a weird smell that happened 2 laps before the end of the stage. We saw that fluid on the camera. Nothing else from Austin. We'll keep up to breast on if there's any issues with the gear or something
race off Progressive Pit Road here again. 21 strong. Close to that as Creed makes the exit.
Struggling with the highs and lows of bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar, because you are greater than...
But that was about a 18-minute and 25-second green flag run there for the second stage.
Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full-spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms. Vraylar is not approved for elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, tremors, slow or uncontrolled body movements, restlessness and feeling like you need to move, sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion are common. Side effects may not appear for several
What's up, Daniel?
Visit Vraylar.com to see additional side effects. Ask about Vraylar. AbbVie could help you save.
The action is live and loud from Atlanta.
These guys are relentless.
As Sam Mayer, Austin Hill, and the rest of the field look to gain momentum in an early season showdown. The NASCAR Xfinity Series, next Saturday at 4:30 Eastern, 1:30 Pacific on the CW.
To be or not to be? That's the question.
You're being theatrical.
No, I'm not. What's the one thing you want your show to be?
Helpful.
And what's the one thing not to be?
Not to be seen as a know-it-all.
Well, your version of a show is titled Joe Knows.
And every week, thanks to my callers, I do know more.
So, the one thing you want your show to be?
Helpful.
Stanley Law.
Ryan Phelps has grown his car dealerships by helping thousands of customers regardless of credit history. Ryan Phelps Auto has 21 lenders for good credit, bad credit, and really bad credit with over 200 vehicles available and a buy here, pay here option.
Just because your credit's bad doesn't mean that you have to buy from some place like this. My staff cares about its reputation, so it's certainly going to care about you.
Good credit, bad credit with A+ reputation. Visit RyanPhelps.com and see why everyone's buying from Ryan.
There's one law firm that effectively handles the most serious medical malpractice cases. The Porter Law Group. Securing over $500 million in compensation for the individuals and families they represent. Providing their clients with the answers and justice they deserve. The Porter Law Group. You only get one chance to hire the right law firm. The Porter Law Group. Don't settle for less.
The Triple Option Podcast, presented by Wendy's. Listen wherever you get your podcasts.
The NASCAR Xfinity Series on the CW is presented by Universal Orlando Resort. Enter now for a chance to win a trip to Universal Orlando, including the new theme park, Epic Universe.
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, taking innovation to new heights for a century. Happy 100th to the Goodyear blend. Pictures have been outstanding tonight from here at the World Center of Racing. As we look forward to the restart in our final stage, let's get an update on our race leader. Here's Kim.
Yeah, as we documented that stop, we touched on it briefly, but let's reiterate. You guys saw that camera shot where we were seeing fluid off the back of the 21 car of Austin Hill. The team has that footage too. They have not said anything to Austin on the radio. Austin came on the radio during the caution, during this stop, and said, I smelled something weird about 2 laps ago when we were seeing that shot of the fluid on the camera. The team really didn't have any reaction to that. I've checked in with them. They have not confirmed or denied anything. I asked maybe if there's an axle seal loose.
Just there, stop.
No confirmation or denial on what exactly that is the issue with the 21 of Austin Hill.
Mum is the word. No confirmation
no good,
or denial.
Nothing good will come from telling him.
It's time for the race break, brought to you by Safe Light, the auto glass experts. 21's been the story of the night.
Yeah, but just compare the front tire to the rear tire. You see how dull the front tire is. If you look at the rear tire, looks like it's been the detail shop. And that's because there's axle crease leaking out of that hub right there. It actually looks worse to me. The fact that you see all that on the inside, Parker, there's a chance it could go the whole race. But there's also a chance it might not go the whole race.
Kim was a great investigative reporter for us there. I think she did a great job, but that tire told a major story as well right there, showing that grease on it. We'll see. Where there's smoke, there's fire in these cars. When they start to lose fluids, you only have a short amount of time that they can last at times. So that becomes a big problem.
Getting ready for the restart to begin this final stage. Austin Hills led the most laps. Swept the stage. It's 46 out front for him. Sheldon Creed's been great there all night. Taylor Gray's solid. Allgaier's going to restart in the top 5. And give some love to Sam Hunt Racing. Ryan Truex.
All right, back green.
6. Dean Thompson is 7. We saw the onboard there a moment ago. Garrett Schmidtley in the 14. Back to the green flag here at Daytona.
And you know what, guys? We haven't talked a lot about Taylor Gray. Every restart, you see him in the top 4. He has done a tremendous job to be able to run up front of these guys all night long.
What did you guys say earlier? Get the education out of the way in stage 1 and stage 2. He's been in a position to do that.
And he's got a great teacher right behind him there in that black and green car. That's Ryan Truex. Put on a clinic on everyone here at Daytona in the summer last year. He's a great super speedway racer. Wants to get racing their first win, and he's in great position here as we get in this third stage. He's just methodically moved himself towards the front. He knows those Joe Gibbs racing cars really well, and I think he's got a fast Toyota as well. Yeah, and we still have a lot of racing left, but I really like those top 4 in the outside row. You see the blue car, 21 Austin Hill. We've seen him win both stages. Behind him, Sheldon Creed, then Justin Allgaier, then Jesse Love, who we know has a fast car as well. Really like those 4 guys being lined up. We'll see if they can clear from the bottom. They may have a little bit of history, Austin Hill and Sheldon Creed, but it was early in the race. Kim let us know that Austin felt like Sheldon was a great pusher. But then he spun out to 48, so I wonder if he still thinks that. What's going to be interesting, guys, is we know that Austin Hill is leaking a little bit of oil. We saw that tire. Is that covering Sheldon Creed's windshield right now? Will he be able to see? That is really frustrating. I hated that when the windshield got dirty, because once oil gets on that, any dust or sand that we have down here, it sticks to it, and it makes it really hard to see out of.
So got 54 to go.
Because I can normally know the car that's right behind me, but I want to know who else is lined up. Is it my teammate that's 2 back? If he pulls out, is my teammate going to go with me? Is it someone that I'm going to win the race that I can depend on? Or is it someone that doesn't like me that I simply am not going to be able to depend on? That is great information that Austin Hill's getting from his spotter. Sheldon Creed, is that enough? Going to the front.
There you go, Sheldon. Let's go, Sheldon.
The 21 has dominated this race, but the Fords have had enough. Creed getting a push from Ryan Sieg in the bottom lane.
Oh, they're starting to get a little bit aggressive right now. Everybody's wanting to get in the front. Look at Austin Hill's hands on the top. Look at how loose he is when Justin Allgaier is starting to push him through the tri-oval. Worst place on the track you can get pushed is in that tri-oval.
Absolutely the worst spot. It's just so hard to control the rear of the race car. As you come, you can get huge runs, but it's just so dangerous to do, especially 52 laps to go.
Yeah, and watching Sheldon Creed on the bottom, he wanted to slide up in front of Austin Hill right there so he could maybe get up and try to manage this race and control. Oh, look at how loose he's getting. Ryan Sieg in the 39 pushing Sheldon Creed. They're starting to get really aggressive, Parker.
And that takes 2 right there. When you see a car moving around like that, when they're really pushing each other.
Intensity's picking up.
Just Ryan Sieg who's making that issue happen. That's also what Sheldon Creed is doing in that race car. How's he connecting to it? What's he doing with the wheel once he gets bumped? Those things add up. So it's both of you are in that situation together. It's not just on Ryan Sieg that you saw Sheldon Creed's car moving around.
Yeah, and Creed had a big decision right there. Who do I want to block? Because both of those lanes are going to have a run. Who do I think is going to stick with me? I'm shocked that he went to the top only because Ryan Sieg got him to the front. Seemed like he was loyal. But Creed now on top has control of the race.
Look who's crept back in here into the top 4 on that bottom row. The dog, Jeff Burton, he's sniffing the front once again. He wants it up there. He has done a great job, that 27 car, consistently, even when he's gotten shuffled out, finds his way back to the front right now in a great position at the bottom.
Sheldon Creed, 13 career runner-up finishes, including last year right here at Daytona. Is today his day for career victory number
1. Easy. Find a pet-friendly Italian restaurant with outdoor seating nearby and text it to Luca.
real quick. Sit down to the click. Shake. Safe like repair.
Perfecting your swing is hard.
Nice shot, Dad.
Ooh, there comes Austin Hill.
Safe like replace.
But replacing your windshield doesn't have to be. Go to safelight.com and we can come to you.
Sick.
Our highly trained techs can replace your windshield where you
Austin
are,
Hill takes the
even if
lead.
that's right in your driveway.
Have a good day. I love you.
SafeLight makes it easy. Go to safelight.com and schedule a replacement today.
Safe like repair. Safe like replace.
Honestly, I don't mind the CW scoreboard. They just need to scroll more often. Like,
Is getting a salad. And Lou should not do
I've not once seen it scroll past the top 25.
They can start with dessert.
Or how about soup?
In under commercial, it only does the top 10.
Ready for
Maybe like only do the top 6 and then have the other 4 scrolling.
With Blue Chew, your confidence takes flight. It's not just a boost, it's a whole new attitude. Blue Chew is out of this world.
If you're sharing a hotel room with friends, you're also sharing a bathroom and a mirror, a tiny hairdryer, and an outlet and a tiny counter. Get an Airbnb and get more space.
Is that my bestie in a taxi? Fresh blowout, skin on town, she red.
And my best friend, she a real bad, got her own money. She don't need no on a dance floor.
Hey, Brent, if you had to choose, would you watch paint dry or compare benefits plan?
Compare benefits. Gusto makes it easier to find the right plan for my team.
I think I'm gonna need new glasses.
No problem. You're covered.
Choose benefits without the mess. That's working with Gusto.
Forgetting something?
Curry?
The other thing.
Spicy curry.
A Turo tires. A longer tread life, all season, and great looking.
I'll add it to the list.
Affordable all season tires with great handling and longer tread life. A Turo puts performance within reach.
Get in on buy 1 foot long, get one free right now in the Subway app. That's right, buy 1 foot long sub, get another free. Deals this good usually come with a 2-year contract. Grab the deal online or in-app with code FLVOGO, only for a limited time.
What is that? I know that music.
Guys, you gotta see this.
One of 5 immersive worlds in Epic Universe, only at Universal Orlando Resort.
Closed captioning for this race brought to you by Tableau TV. Pay once, watch forever. Next time around, it'll be 45 laps to go for the NASCAR Xfinity Series and the season opener at Daytona. And we're closing in on a cycle of green flag pit stops. Once the window opens, you come down, get your service, so you can maintain track position should the caution come out.
Ooh, look at that on the right, guys. You can see just a little bit of smoke. That means that issue is continuing to get worse. That's getting on the exhaust, getting on some components. I'm starting to get a little bit worried about the tuning up as well in there, and it's just getting hotter and hotter. So that's an issue. You said earlier, when there's smoke, there's fire. This is literally smoke right now. And what I would be scared of right here is if something breaks and he's leading the pack, does it cause a big wreck? I'd be scared to be behind him right now.
And I think we have radio from Justin Allgaier.
Just a black flag him.
21.
That's close to 21. That's why I'm telling you to get off. 21's leaking.
Once I heard it was from the 21, it would get way worse. I'd be like, get him off of here. He needs to go to the pits, work on his car. I don't want him out here on the track. It's one way to beat him. That's right. It's out of the race. Yes.
And on the line for Austin Hill, a win today would be 4 consecutive in the season opener. And he would tie Dale Earnhardt and Tony Stewart for the most drafting wins all time. He's fighting it out front. We'll see how long he can stay in the game. Let's go to the Care Center. Here's Carla.
Yeah, guys, what a run for Nick Sanchez. He was in third when you got involved in that last incident, but you said it did not feel like a square push.
Yeah, I feel like the number 0 might have been a little off for me, but I need to see a replay and see what really happened. But yeah, it's unfortunate for our old Big Machine podcast, Mike Fuller Chevrolet. I think it was
go 120 laps and we're not there at the end. It sucks. But, yeah, thankful for Scott Bruschetta, Patrick Donahue, and we'll rebound for Atlanta.
All right, they tried to make repairs on pit road, but just too much damage, guys.
Good news is he did get some stage points in stage 1. That will help minimize the issues of his day.
I think we see Austin Hill migrating to the bottom because he wants to get in the right position to make that pit stop. He's tried as hard as he can to save as much fuel as he can. He's been able to lead this race. They want to make that pit stop when they pit as short as possible.
It's getting shiny again. You can literally see it on the 21 as we go to some of those outside shots. And that's a bad place for Sheldon Creed to be. If you've heard Justin Allgaier say it's bad, I've even seen a little bit of stuff on here on Jeff Burton. It's not terrible, though. It's not terrible, but it's still it's bad. And he's 2 cars back right now. We got another car.
Somebody's smoking back there. I think that's Blaine Perkins.
Changing teams in the off-season. Going over to drive for Jordan Anderson Racing. But big time
He's going to have to get down to the inside to,
anytime you see
he's probably going to have to pit.
It creates anxiety, makes you nervous. They bypass pit road one more time. Going to be 42 laps to go.
Yeah, and that's probably not an engine. I would think that's like a rear end or a power steering pump or something, because you see the smoke coming out, but he's not boarding right now. And it doesn't look like it's a tire rub. It's not necessarily worse in the corners. It's he is trying to get out of the way right now. Maybe he is feeling something.
Starting to see it right there. You know, one of the things that can happen in these sorts of super speedway races, you run in that draft, you got to pay attention to those temperatures. You can quickly overheat these engines when you run back there. You don't get any air to the engine. You stick behind the car in front of you. You lose track of time. You look down and you're 300 degrees in the water temp, and the oil's spiking, and that's a really bad moment. If you've gone that far, sometimes it's toast for the engine.
Coming to 41 to go. Leaders stay out. They won't pit this time. The other thing I noticed, it's not just about getting yourself in that bottom lane and putting yourself in a position to be able to pit. You have to have drafting partners that pit with you. And Austin Hill's teammate is in that outside lane talking about Jesse Love. So how will they manage this? Here's some 21 radio.
Some issues with smoke in the cockpit. It smells really bad in here, like a rear end or something. Just burning up.
That's a very distinct smell. When you smell rear end grease, it's just a really acidic smell that you have in the race cars, different than just normal oil, that sort of thing. So you can definitely pay attention to what's happening there. You use all your senses in a race car, your smells, your sounds, all those things add up. And Kim, good morning.
Yeah, you guys heard him talk about the smoke in the cockpit, the smell being really bad. He said his gauges are all fine, though. Crew Chief Chad Haney came on the radio and said, ignore it the best you can. We're going to just run it out with 40 laps to go here at Daytona.
Yeah, Kim, he's telling him to ignore it because they know that there's oil all over the tires. And as Parker said, rear end grease, nothing stinks as bad as burnt rear end grease. So you know that smells a driver. Everybody at some point in this field has lost their rear gear. There's a chance, though, if that's leaking, the smoke could be coming.
Austin Hill's going to pit.
Getting on the exhaust or just getting on the hot parts that you see. As it looks like we're going to have some pit stops right here.
Oh, got multiple people pitting.
That left front, is that going to affect what they decide to do? I would think it's fuel only, but if you slide that left front too far, Parker, you're going to have to put tires on.
That's a determination he has to make coming down pit road to tell the team, hey, I've locked up a tire. It's too bad. It's got a vibration. You've got to change that. This is all the Chevys coming down pit road, Kim.
Yeah, as you see that brand Chevrolet peeling off, that's the brand Chevrolet of Justin Allgaier. He reported it was tighter this run. You see them taking those right side tires, filling full of fuel. Austin Hill in too. We have documented his issues, smoke in the cockpit, a weird smell. He also said he was getting a really bad vibration. Feels like the car is maybe on the verge of breaking as he is sitting on pit road as they're trying to fill it up full of fuel and maybe diagnose what's happening underneath there. You saw the crewman under the right rear of that car.
These are scheduled green flag pit stops. Ryan Sieg gets cycled to the front, and the 39 stays in the lead here and stays on track. He does not pit. He's got the Ford of Sheldon Creed behind him. As more Chevrolets make pit stops under green, leading the way here, the 8 of Sammy Smith.
Yeah, and a great job by Sammy Smith today. I caught the crew chief Philip Bell. He said that win at Talladega last fall gave him so much more confidence to make the big moves here. This is exactly how they play. It's going to be fuel only as he is
trouble on pit road here. 07 Patrick Emmerling and Garrett Smithley. Well, that's going to fuck him over.
Yeah, it looked like Garrett Smithley actually went long there. It was in Patrick's pit stall, and it just blocked him out.
I think he's driven the 07 before, and he actually went to the 07 pit box.
Yeah. He was able to back up.
So they're going to be by themselves.
Well, guys, based on that sequence, we saw the 21 having those issues. It has now opened this race up. Austin Hill has led 56 laps. It's now open to the rest of the field.
And there he sits. Right of your screen, on board with Garrett Smithley.
Is Austin Hill done?
It's the Hire Heroes USA onboard camera.
Yeah, NASCAR's probably telling them they can't go out until they get this oil leak fixed, so it doesn't cause an accident, oil the track down. Obviously, it's not a small leak. It's continued to get worse. That's so frustrating for the driver you see right there.
So Austin Hill, I don't know if he's going to be out of the race, but he's definitely out of contention.
An issue that's not going to go away easily. And as you're looking at Justin Allgaier, they had a disastrous pit stop when they came in. It looked like they had all kinds of issues. And this right here is for him to stay on the lead lap.
Yeah, Allgaier's trying to stay on the lead lap here. And no, he looks like he's going to go a lap down.
Okay. Oh, he just stole it. It was actually a 17-second pit stop. I think there was probably some issues that happened on the right side as well.
Well, and I also believe he probably lost some of the people he was with who just did fuel. He obviously the 21 sat on the road still on the road. Yeah. So he lost all that help and just doesn't have any drafting help, and you're going to get swallowed up by all these cars that have chosen to stay out there. And you saw two waves of Chevys, but we still have some Chevys that stayed out there. Jeb Burton in 27 and Jesse Love in the 2 car there who chose to stay on track and now mixed in with these Fords.
You know, Jesse Love just couldn't get down in that bottom lane to pit with his teammate in those other Chevrolets. It may end up working out for the 2 car. So we watch Garrett Smithley make his pit stop.
Yeah, he literally, he did
went to
exactly what he said. He drove to the wrong pit stall. Yeah, stopped right where he needed to be.
Those are teammates. You hate that.
But it's so big under green to have that mistake. You're going to lose a draft. You might even lose the lap if it stays green long enough because you're not running the same speed as the guys in the draft. That's so frustrating.
And defend Garrett Smith a little bit. That is easy to do when you've jumped around teams. You've jumped to different numbers. You jumped ride to ride to ride. And finally, you're in this great opportunity, full season, the 14. But he's driven the 07 before. He's been in other numbers. And he probably just had that Freudian moment of just going down there and thinking, oh, that's my pit box. That's my pit sign. And it wasn't.
So if you're in this race, you come into the day saying, I've got to beat to 21. Now Austin Hill is out. Do you reset a little bit, or does that change your thought process as we hit the latter stages?
Sure you do. Yeah, I mean, this guy's not just dominated today. He's been the best athlete. He's won the last 3 races in February here at Daytona. Knowing that he's out of this, that's what I'm saying. It opens up. You see Jesse Love right there in the red 2 has his hand out the window. That means he's pitting this time. That's his signal to Harrison Burton right behind him. Sam Mayer, Justin Bonsignor, that he's going to pit right here. It'll be interesting to see if all these guys come down together. I would get nervous with that many at one time because you lose a little
I
bit
would
of time
not want to go with people, though.
when everyone's trying to get slowed down.
Yeah, everyone's coming.
It's incredibly slick as we see them all coming down. It's really tough to get slowed up and not lock up those tires, but they all do a great job.
I don't know. Sieg might have sped.
Exceptional job right there, digging down the pit road outside.
Dylan.
Caution. Oh, big trouble. Oh, man. The 5. Who's the 5? It's Chris Wright. And Josh Balicki's involved. Chris Wright's got a lot of damage. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of damage right there for Chris Wright.
Josh Balicki also sliding through the grass.
Austin Hill is still on track.
21's pulled back out of the pits here, although many laps down. Here. What happened here on this green flag stops is the majority of what we saw there that came down pit road did fine, but at the back of that group, it looked like Chris Wright and Josh Balicki got together in some fashion, and it is so difficult to pit here. You've been going 100
So what happened here?
for hours.
He got a lot of damage.
Replay. That's the 5 car. Yeah, the blue and white. Oh, he is going.
Oh my God!
Oh my goodness. Not even close.
That's insane.
That is, I don't know how he could have missed it by that far. That's unbelievable. Yeah, pit road speed.
Either he had a failure. He had to have had a failure.
Double that.
or
You got to feel so bad for Bilicki too, because he's going pit road speed,
and he caught a little bit of Ryan Truex, that right rear fender.
Yeah,
he either had some sort of failure or he's an idiot.
And that's not missing your braking point. That is just completely missing.
Maybe he lost brakes. Like, you don't know. Maybe he got on the brakes there. It looks like he had no brakes.
There was like nothing happening.
Yeah, maybe he just had no control over his car.
Because that Sunoco side off turn 4, that's a great reference for people. As you come off of turn 4, you use that and start to encroach on the. That's
Dude, I can see the brakes locked up if you look at the top of the screen. So it's maybe he lost like just rear brakes. That's the front's locked up, but
and you don't hit that pedal that hard.
Yeah.
See, until you come down pit road. Oh, yeah, he's just got.
Dude, that's crazy.
It looked like he just misjudged that. Man.
And you don't get to. It's great to see him get out here, but you don't get to do that until you do the green flag stop. And so your references are so
they
tough.
got practice yesterday. That's
They
one
do.
thing that you do in practice.
I find it different in the draft.
Yeah,
I
that's
do
true.
find it different in the draft. You add that extra mile per hour. You see Austin Hill going behind the wall here.
So Austin Hill
Man,
looks like he is done for the day.
Oh yeah, new records.
Yeah.
There's nothing he did here that took that away from him.
With those drivers
That's my
making
limb
pit
pick.
stops, Justin Allgaier got back on the lead lap. He had gone a lap down, of course, when they had the big pit issue, but he's back in the game, and this caution will no doubt help him when we tighten the field up. Let's get some Josh Bilicki radio from the 91.
We got Chris Wright. Nothing I can tell you, man. He had a beeline on you and never even checked up. Yeah, we had a awesome slowdown. I thought we were going to pass a couple cars there. I wasn't feeling anything up, so that was a hard hit.
No doubt that he's frustrated, but I think we got to hear from Chris Wright to see if there was an issue on his car. He's frustrated because it's messed his race up.
How about it, Kim?
Yeah, Chris Wright had no brakes during that incident, was the report on the radio.
That's what I figured.
And that makes
That's
sense. But the speed
I'm glad he had no brakes.
Yeah, because the speed he was carrying was just, it's past missing your braking point. He was going double the speed you'd be going at that point.
Yeah,
Honeyman Jr. here stopped, I believe, on the backstretch.
Caution out for the 5th time today. It happens in a cycle of green flag pit stops. Chris Wright losing his brakes. Big crash with Josh Bilicki. Back to Daytona in a moment.
Did you know Toyota has 3 NASCAR Cup teams? We got Team 2311, owned by this guy, and 3-time Daytona winner Denny Hamlin. But Denny Hamlin races for another team, Joe Gibbs Racing. Yeah, Super Bowl winning head coach Joe Gibbs. And they both share the track with Legacy Motor Club, co-owned by 7-time Cup champ Jimmy Johnson. 3 epic teams, 4 legendary owners, all going after 1 cup. Now you're up to speed. You in?
Ah, fucker.
You do things the hard way. Got it through. It's so backwards. It's 2025. This is Texas.
Issa, I got all your forms. I'll take it from here.
Now Texas is getting a TurboTax expert who does everything for you. So you can have your cake and
eat it too.
You get it.
Hey, Tyler, think I have what it takes to be part of a NASCAR pit crew?
You?
Yeah, I mean, we keep Xfinity Internet fast and reliable at home and on the go. It's kind of like keeping cars fast and reliable on the track.
You thought that add coolant meant driving with your sunglasses on.
It doesn't make it cooler?
What's a jack?
Don't bring him into this.
I don't know, man. I mean, you asked if we could swap gasoline once.
Okay. I shouldn't be in the pit crew. I meant driver.
Maybe just stick to what you're good at.
Beep, beep. Look out.
Xfinity is your super fast connection to NASCAR.
I'm so cold.
Things are heating up.
Bring the heat with Blue Chew. Speak with a licensed medical provider at BlueChew.com to find out if Blue Chew is right for you.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check your outfit first before meeting your girlfriend's family.
Yeah, checking first is smart. Yeah. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Unlike those other messy whole body deodorants, Native Whole Body Deo dries on contact, doesn't leave white residue on clothes, and fights odor for 72 hours. For your pits, privates, chest, thighs, and feet. How do they do it? Get Native.
Subway's got a new meal of the day with chips and a drink for just $6.99. Or if you're big hungry, make it a footlong for only $3 more. Huh, big hungry. Is that a thing? That should be a thing. Find your fresh with the all-new $6.99 meal of the day at Subway. Safe like prepared.
Perfecting your swing is hard.
Nice shot, Dad. Oh!
Safe like replaced.
But replacing your windshield doesn't have to be. Go to safelight.com and schedule a replacement today.
Woo!
The fans have spoken. Congratulations, Glenn Zabransky. You're the winner of a $500 Fanatics gift card to further fuel your NASCAR fan cave. This is an awesome setup.
Glenn has it going on. I'm going to say Dale Jr. fans, but I see a little bit of Elliott Sadler up there. I see some Indy cars. I see a drag racing car. Yeah.
F1 car is a motorsports fan.
Some helmets. Yeah, I love it. Stuff. Tire table.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Always wanted one of
You
those.
need to have one of those candles that smells like gasoline, like burnt rubber.
Hey, Glenn will be over tomorrow for the 500, okay? Jeb Burton made a pit stop. Let's get a word with Austin Hill. Kim?
Yeah, Austin Hill off the racetrack right now. We heard smoke in the cockpit. We heard the weird smell. You said the rear gear was junk. What's the final diagnosis?
I'm still waiting on the final verdict. It's either a rear hub or gear or a combination of both. Such a bummer. We had such a fast finish Chevrolet. It was as fast as Xfinity Mobile. Everybody at RCR, ECR have done a great job building this race car. We showed that we were the dominant team again. Was able to get the stage wins there. So I just wish that we could have lost this race on our own terms and it not be from a mechanical failure. I'd almost rather get turned on the backstretch on the white flag lap and end up on my lid than end it like this. So yeah, this is going to sting a little bit, but we have Atlanta next week. I feel like we're going to be good all year long in 2025. So I feel really, really good about this Bennett Chevrolet team. Can't say enough about all the guys. I want everyone behind me to, keep their head up. I know everyone's beating themselves right now, but these things happen. This is why it's so hard to win in this level. You have mechanical failures. You have other things that happen on the racetrack with other drivers, and you might get in a wreck that wasn't your doing. So for us to win 3 in a row like we did, it showed the testament to everybody at RCR, and these things are going to happen. So like I said, I want everyone in this 21 team to hold their head up. We're just going to come back stronger in Atlanta and show them how it's done.
I know not the night you wanted. What do you think about the racing, though, and some of the pushes you were getting to give and get?
Yeah, I think that the greatest thing about it is we can make our car better. Our car's already extremely fast, but I think our Chevrolet can be better. It can be better at sucking up. It can be better at breaking through the bubble. It seemed like when the 7 was in front of me, it was really hard to break through that buffer and that wall of air that we always talk about. But then when I was leading, it seemed really, really good. I almost thought my car was too good at times because I could get 2 or 3 car lengths out, and I am like off the throttle. I'm on the brake pedal, and I'm trying not to get too far away. So that was actually the toughest part about leading the line, is I could just get too far out and too quickly at times. So like I said, it just goes to show the testament of this RCR organization. Everybody at ECR, big power behind our engines, and I'm ready for a fun year.
Thanks, Austin.
Yeah, thank you.
Seems like they left some stuff on the table. We'll see them back at Atlanta, where that search for the 8th drafting track win for Austin will continue.
That's a great point, Kim, and I thought the same thing. What a leader. I mean, that guy gets out, had this great day. You can tell he's a little frustrated, but he's talking about what his team needs to do, how they're going to recover from that. You see his owner, Richard Childress, right there. He also talked about he led the most laps of anyone ever in a Daytona race today. And what did he say? He's like, we got to get better. That's what you have to do in this sport. You always have to try to get your car better, no matter how good you are.
I sat in those competition meetings with him last year, and that was always his critique of these race cars, was that way, even when he was on a streak of winning at these super speedways, he felt the cars could be better and pushed everyone in the organization, RCR, to make the cars faster, to find the ways to make them break the bubble better. And he mentioned lifting off and braking when he's in the lead. That is classic Austin Hill. He controls the front by doing that, but it takes fast race cars that he knows he has, and even though they can be better, and there's always the improvement. It's constant improvement in this game because it's always changing, it's always evolving. Even when you've been as dominant as them, you've got to continue pushing.
Austin Hill out of the race, the new man in charge, Sheldon Creed. Let's go to Dylan.
Well, he's finished second 13 times. That's been well documented, including in this race last year. This was crew chief Jonathan Toney's message with 27 to go.
The objective all the time is to put our man in a place that he can go win us a race. Might as well go ahead and break the ice here to get you a win. Yeah, it'd be a good night to do it. I'll do my best here to keep her up here in the wind.
They've been up front all day by design, and I'm really curious here. Sheldon talked to me before the race about how aggressive he was going to be taking runs. He watched and learned from Austin Hill. Now that the 21's gone, how aggressive is Creed going to be to try to stay at the front of the field?
Great question, Dylan. And actually talking to Sheldon this morning about this, and I said, hey, you know, where's that wind going to come? He said, it absolutely could be here today. He's so calm, though. He's such a calm race car driver. When you hear on the radio, that's him all the time. His demeanor is like that. But, you know, he's been in this position so many times. I feel like at this point, it's second nature. In these super speedways, he's always at the front. He's always in the top 5. He's always lurking there. And Dylan, you said it. Now he's kind of been the second best car. He has control of this now. Don't relinquish it.
He's also always aggressive. He doesn't need anyone to tell him to be more aggressive. He's always aggressive. And it's interesting to see both he and Sam Mayer, first year over here at the Haas factory team. You see them 1 and 2. I would tell my driver right now, if I was in the car and I was thinking to take a deep breath. Okay, there is still a lot of time left in this race. You know, we have 27 laps to go. That's a long time in a place like Daytona. Make sure we get to the end.
You like that when they say that?
I'm telling you, I would want to remind myself of that.
Okay, because I can't stand when they tell me that. Yeah. I can't stand when a crew chief or spotter says, hey, take a deep breath. I'm like, no, I don't want to.
Carla?
Yeah, guys, here with Chris Wright, responsible for the incident coming into pit road. What happened there?
Yeah, just super bad miscommunication with spotter and just the way things stacked up. You know, I really feel bad for all the guys out on track. First half of the main guys, our guys. Put a lot of hard work in. Just you know, really feel bad for the 91 there. Yeah, it won't happen again. Just miscommunication there.
So did you lose brakes or no?
We had a braking issue on pit road, stopped before, and we were planning on just getting the brakes a little bit sooner, getting out of turn 4, coming to pit road, and you know, just was unfortunate with the way it happened.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, I'm not sure, like, the spotter miscommunication, if maybe they called him in too late, but yeah, definitely way too late in the braking.
Last I checked, the spotter doesn't get the brake, the throttle, or the steering wheel.
Yeah.
That's the driver at the wheel. So I'm not quite sure how the spotter played a role in that, but at the end of the day, they came in with way too much speed towards the road.
Yep. Doing the choose. Going to have 25 laps to go when we return to the green flag. You know, there's some irony here. We heard from Austin Hill, who's out. Wins both stages, leads 56 laps. And look who's up there inside the top 5. Third prior to the choose. Going to restart on the front row. And that's Jesse Love in the 2. They've been quiet. Started 9th today after qualifying was rained out. But here they are at the end of the race trying to put together the back end after his teammate was so good in the early portion.
Yeah, and if I look right behind Jesse Love, you look at the 25 of Harrison Burton, the gray car, that's another Haas factory team. They're getting cars from them, so there's not many Fords in the field. Late in this race, though, all 3 of those guys have positioned themselves in the right position. And don't forget, the last time the Cup Series raced here, the guy in the 25 car, Harrison Burton, he won the Cup race.
Here are Xfinity fastest laps so far. Jeremy Clements in the 51 on here, summertime 2022. And we will give out a point at the end of this race for the driver that records the Xfinity fastest lap. New rule in NASCAR in 2025. The eyes of Garrett Smithley. for the restart. 25 remain at Daytona. Outside lane, Sheldon Creed. Inside of him, Jesse Love. Row 2, a couple of Fords. Inside, Harrison Burton. Outside will be Sam
Green
Mayer.
flag.
Green flag one more time.
That inside road time to restart out. Almost perfect, almost too good. He looked like he was actually in front of Sheldon Creed as they got to the start-finish line. And you see this every restart, Parker. We talk about trying to get control of the race. They get aggressive this first few corners because you're just trying to get out in front of those two cars on the outside, or if you're the leader, just in front of them, so that you can then move up in front and get a little bit of control. You see Jesse Love right there leading that inside lane.
Come on, Sheldon.
In the 39, giving Harrison Burton a huge push. Jesse Love's going to get control right here. Is he going to decide to stay on the bottom? He's going to move back up. You want to try to manipulate both lanes, but it's hard. Those lanes, they generate such a run behind you. You see, top lane is obviously preferred by all these drivers. It's unbelievable how many guys are in the bottom, get the lead, and go right to the top.
You mentioned the 3 Fords up there, but you forgot about the 4th, and Ryan C. who's right there as well. He gets off from the Haas factory team as well in that 39, so they're all up there, and that's just Jesse Love against him right now. One RCR car that was dominant is gone, and we replaced it with the other now at the front as well.
I want to say the other Ryan has been very positive.
Big attaboy.
You know, Ryan Ellis never had a top 10 in his Xfinity career, but here he is in the game late at Daytona at 71. New team this year for him, going over to drive for DGM, but he is delivering. He's been hanging around all day long.
Yeah, look at this car, Parker. That's a great job. He's done a really good job managing his race. He's now in a great position at the end of this. And when you watch these races, the inside lane is typically not where you want to be, but it's a little bit safer because when there's a wreck, you have a bailout zone. When they have a wreck and everybody goes to the top, if you're in the outside, you almost always get collected.
Sometimes in super speedway racing, the best move is no move. And that can mean get on the bottom and ride around and let the race come to you. Don't avoid the wrecks. Don't make any absolute moves. And often we'll see you pay off in the end. You know who was the best at that was Justin Haley. He won races by literally making no moves whatsoever. There's two different styles. The Austin Hill be aggressive, and Justin Haley sit on the bottom and let it happen in front of you. And I think that's what Ryan Ellis is doing.
Another driver in the top 10 making some noise. The rookie contender Christian Eckes. He had some damage driving the 16 for Colleague. First career start, 8 truck wins the last 2 years. Hitbox for that 16, Alex Yant, who's won here twice at Daytona, crew chiefing for Justin Haley, and he was also a co-crew chief with Chris Rice when Colleague got their first ever win here, courtesy of Ross Chastain.
What a recovery. They thought their day was done not long ago. They were in 34th. You could hear the radio like it's going to be okay. It's a long season. And here they have. They've persevered in the top 10, in a good position right here. What I'm watching right now, though, Parker, it's the same thing that happened at the end of stage 1 and the end of stage 2. As this starts to close down, that top line just becomes dominant. Everybody wants to get in line. The only saving grace, and you see it right there with Harrison Burton on the inside of the 25 car. When you get to the corner, it's so much shorter around. You make up a little bit of ground, and he's got to hope that these guys all on the bottom will stay committed to him, because as that line loses cars, it just gets slower and slower and slower.
And one thing to pay attention to on that 25, you see on the right, behind the right front tire, he had some damage that early break of the race, lap 6. Now they've been able to patch it up a little bit. I don't know if it's hurting him too much, but Ryan C, who's behind him, will start to get the notification probably earliest, if that is hurting him. If he notices he's not able to push the 25 out front, if he's not able to create the generate the runs that he's been able earlier, that means
got 21 to go.
Because of the 25.
And Ryan Sieg has been one of the best pushers all day long. Hasn't gotten cars out of control and has been able to push a lot of guys to the lead. As you see, they're getting another big run right here on Jesse Love.
21 laps to go.
Yeah, let's get a Toyota driver update. Let's focus our spotlight on Taylor Gray, currently running in the 7th position. He is one of our rookies this season, but had a number of starts last year. And so I asked him what he learned that he can take into this season. And he said, last year was great to get that experience, but we had some really bad luck. I'm hoping to turn that luck around, get solid finishes. His goal for today was to learn as much as possible. And he said survive till the end to hopefully put himself in position for a top 5 finish and maybe even a win. Right now, though, the biggest complaint is he gets tight before he gets snapping free on that machine.
Kim, when you come to Daytona, you talk about the balance of patience and aggression. The aggression's getting ready to be turned up. 20 to go at the World Center of Racing.
your motor run.
Don't worry, girls. I've got WeatherTech.
For whatever comes your way, there's WeatherTech.
Say the word and I'll lift you
Move my next meeting to tomorrow at noon and text it to Jeff. Head & Shoulders is launching something huge. The bare minimum. Anti-dandruff shampoo made with only 9 ingredients, no sulfate, silicones, or dyes, and packaged with 45% less plastic, giving you outstanding dandruff protection and leaving hair beautiful and moisturized. Major dandruff protection, minimal ingredients. Job done. Head & Shoulders Bare.
Taxes was feeling so stuck. Now Taxes is having a TurboTax expert who does your taxes from start to finish. While you check in anytime. And get the most money back on your time. Now this is Taxes.
Safe like repaired, safe like replaced.
Nobody likes a cracked windshield. But at least you can go to safelight.com and schedule a fix in minutes. Go to safelight.com and schedule a replacement today.
Safe like repair, safe like replace.
That you can get a buffet to go?
That Tony is getting a salad. And Lou should not do stand-up.
But that's like a third roll.
I'm on a roll.
They can start with dessert.
Or how about soup?
Wait and pay, baby.
You'll be back. Emu can't help people customize and save at Liberty Mutual.
And Doug.
Well, I'll be. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Big.
Small. Essential.
Big.
Small.
Essential.
Essential.
Grande.
Pequeño.
Esencial.
No matter what business you're in, Verizon Business has the network and solutions you need to power it.
Aerial coverage provided by Goodyear, the best seat in the house since 1925. Happy 100th to the Goodyear blimp. With Parker Kligerman, Jamie McMurray, I'm Adam Alexander. We've hit 15 laps to go in the season opening race at Daytona for the NASCAR Xfinity Series on CW. And it's getting good. Second-year driver Jesse Love out front. And look at all those Junior Motorsports Chevrolets down to that inside lane.
But they've got an issue, and it's that 88 of Connor Zilic, a rookie to this form of racing, but he's got damage on the front end, so if they want to get maybe a better momentum, I just think that might be hurting them a little bit. They'd be able to make a run towards a two-car. Jesse Love, who's controlling this field in great fashion, similar to Austin Hill. He's moving lanes. He's not getting too far out front. He's controlling that distance to the cars behind him, and it's going to take real momentum to get beside him.
Yeah, and Parker, the intensity is picking up. And I told you as we went to green, I'm like, take a deep breath, right? I always wanted to know 10 laps to go. 10 laps to go, I'm like, I want you to count me down because you're so focused inside the car of the decisions that you want to make. I'm like, I don't want to worry about laps. I want you to tell me every time I cross the start finish line how many laps to go so I can reset and get my mind where it needs to be on the decisions I need to make.
That's better than me last night, who didn't know it was the last lap, but it was the last lap, by the way.
Better to be lucky than good, my friend. I was very lucky in that respect. Oh, and as you watch this shot and you see the cars bouncing sideways, that is from someone behind him hitting them. And we talked about earlier when we saw cars cars get wrecked on the entry. Nick Sanchez got wrecked on the entry in turn 3. It's because the cars are so light on entry. If you get hit, it's hard to catch the car. Oh, you see Sheldon Creed right there jump to the outside. Jesse Love made that decision in the car. The spotter has a hard time saying that quick enough. When you see that quick reaction from the 2 car, and Jesse told me earlier we were in the garage, they changed the steering box in that car and made it a little quicker. And he's like, I can't really feel it on the track, but it's when I change lanes. I want to be able to get more aggressive when I make my moves.
And that's what allows you to make those moves, is being aggressive. Having those quick reactions and quick reflexes. One thing I saw from down the back stretch is is being non-committal to lanes. If you start to sort of fade your lane and not commit to the outside, not commit to the bottom one, you will end up getting beat doing that. They will find a way to juke you and get to the outside or the inside of you. You've got to commit to lanes and be very decisive in your decisions.
Yeah, and I know that we talked earlier about the spotters telling you who's behind you. Behind Jesse Love right now is 2 teammates. So if you see a move, you got to know the guy behind. Sam Mayer's probably going to go with Sheldon Creed right here if there's a move made. The best thing for Jesse Love right now, though, is that they're too wide. And there's not really anywhere for Sheldon Creed to go because of the side drafting that we have going on. The too wide actually benefits those guys on the front row.
I am so impressed with Connor Zillage.
Oh,
I mean,
so good.
Involved in the crash, gets damage at lap 5, and here he is late in the race, looking to find his way to victory lane.
What makes a great driver is when they find their way to the front at the right time. Connor Zillage does that week in and week out. As you see Justin Allgaier, his teammate, get stuck in the middle, is going to have to go to the back and try to get in line right now.
That was a miscommunication with Carson Quapple there, who ended up beside him and didn't want to be, I don't believe. Justin was trying to sort of move the lane up to side draft. Carson filled the gap on the bottom, and Jeff forced Carson in that position. I don't think he wanted to do that. He wanted to keep the JRM train.
Let's watch Jesse Love's eyes right here. You see, looking at the left side mirror, trying to manage the left side lane. He's going to look up through the middle of the corner to see, is there any kind of... He's trying to tell them where the run's going to come from. And I always use the spotter as verification of what I see.
One to the bottom, 3/4 to the top. 3/4 top with us. Not clear yet, now he is. Clear 41 is not. Yep, good. Half square.
Oh, you hear the burn to the throttle, so that's trying to control that distance. You don't want to allow too much distance where they can generate a run on you. You want to control that by keeping your car close to Sheldon Creed and keep them in that bubble. They can't break through, so it pushes you up.
And as we see that outside lane start to break free, watch Sheldon Creed right here. We saw this in the first 2 stages. He's going to back up a little bit to his teammate Sam Mayer and try to generate the run that he needs to clear Jesse Love. He got by Jesse Love earlier, and Love had enough car to get by him quickly.
Jamie, you said you wanted to know when we hit 10 laps to go?
We're there.
10 remaining.
10 to go.
That'll be a good crew chief for you.
He would be. That's a good crew chief. I like what
Come on,
Jesse
Sheldon.
Love is doing right there. He's not running the top and not running
Come on.
kind of
Yeah.
the middle.
There you
It
go.
makes it easier to be able to block those guys, but Creed gets to his inside. Is Mayer going to go with him, though?
Oh, shit. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
He's going to force them up a little bit.
He has. Yeah, that's a good teammate to commit to because I think it might cost both of these guys for a little bit at least until that bottom row can catch up.
It was a little overzealous. I think it should be fine. It should pay off for them to be able to get to a point where they feel like they might be able to generate more momentum and not just behind between Jesse Love on the top.
I always wanted to generate that run on the entry to the corner so I could try to clear them driving a shorter distance around the corner. Creed chose to do it on the exit of the corner.
Toyota's looking good in that outside lane. Taylor Gray, the rookie, right behind him. Another rookie, William Solanich. And a driver has one start in his career, Justin Bonsignor, the outstanding driver in the modified ranks.
All 3 Gibbs cars up front right now.
Bonsignor's done a great job. Such little experience this far in racing. Has kept it up there in the top 10. Oh, right now having major seconds.
Break right there. Getting a little bit of a break.
Oh, shit.
Another one on the backstretch.
Getting intense.
Watch Justin Allgaier in the 7th car in the middle of the pack.
Oh, trouble. Trouble. Oh, man. Oh, look at this tire. Tire's going. Tire's going to go fucking for... Oh, man, this guy's going for a... Damn.
Made it to 8 laps to go.
Yeah, I mean, it was getting aggressive. I was just going to point out that you could see Justin making that middle work.
So Justin Bonsignor in the 19, Anthony Alfredo in the 42.
That block a little bit late. We'll have to go back and see exactly how that played out. It all happens so fast inside the car.
And Alfredo had the whole left rear tire carcass ripped off the wheel.
Yeah, is it? I've seen that.
That was a shame. We were just singing his praises, how well he done his whole race. But this was just, you talk about the intensity going up. You see where the car's wiggling around and moving. As we look at the 16 there, the white car, the yellow numbers, he's going to juke to the outside. He's going to try to go the inside. And this is the worst position to hit someone left rear. That just super unsettles them. And then Justin Allgaier's going through the middle here. And that's when it just
pulled down. It just,
yeah.
you have to be more aggressive, and that's just lack of experience. We saw Jesse Love looking out of that left side mirror. You got to kind of be able to judge that. And Justin missed the judgment. I don't think that Allgaier did anything wrong right there.
Eckes got through. Alfredo was so close, barely gets clipped.
And you know what's tough here? So what happened is, if you look where William Smolich went, Justin Bonsignor was trying to follow the 18, who was fading down to be closer to the inside cars. He just didn't know the 7 was getting to his inside like that. He was trying to just follow his teammate, essentially. That's sort of disorienting. It happens in these drafting races where you're running around at the top next to the wall. Then the line starts to move down as the intensity picks up. You start side drafting more, and therefore you're trying to follow the car in front of you as a reference, but sometimes they're doing something different than you should be doing because you've got someone to your inside suddenly making it 3 wide, and that's just a disagreement in real estate that ends up in 19 turns.
Look at that. Look at those sparks coming off the 19 car.
Oof. And a hard hit for Stevie Smith.
Yeah.
Alfredo.
Big hit on top there. Justin Allgaier, you see him. Look at that, just spraying off the nose of that car. He made it through. I think he has any damage. And I would just say that when you watch this, what's hard to explain is that when you're in Allgaier's position, it's almost like you're glued to Justin. Like you get out of gas and you're trying to get away from him, but you can't.
It almost happens in slow motion.
It does.
And you see it, and you're like, no, and then this ends up. And Justin Allgaier was making a move that he felt was going to get him back in position, using the middle, which works often, especially when the intensity picks up. And it's just having someone who doesn't know you're there trying to turn down at the same time.
You know who's in position to have a great day? As you see the drivers that were involved in this crash. I mean, he might win the thing, but he's inside the top 10 after he scored stage points in both stage 1 and stage 2. And I referenced this earlier. Jeb is a driver that last year, if there was a problem, he was in the middle of it. I mean, just wrong place, wrong time on so many occasions.
Yep.
Today, kind of been other end of the spectrum. You felt like the sport owed him one.
Is this what I tell everyone, that in the pre-race, he was one of my challenger picks to pay attention to?
Bragging gets you nowhere with us.
It's not too early. I mean,
All right.
Earlier I felt like you were a little overstated.
Yeah,
now it's okay.
Right position.
We're going to get a restart inside of 5 laps to go. Jesse Love, the man in charge at Daytona.
Struggling with the highs and lows of bipolar 1? Ask about Vraylar, because you are greater than your bipolar 1, and you can help take control of your symptoms with Vraylar. Some medicines only treat the lows or highs. Vraylar treats depressive, acute manic, and mixed episodes of bipolar 1 in adults. Proven full-spectrum relief for all bipolar 1 symptoms. Vraylar is not approved for elderly patients with dementia-related psychosis due to increased risk of death or stroke. Report changes in behavior or suicidal thoughts to your doctor. Antidepressants can increase these in children and young adults. Report fever, stiff muscles or confusion, which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar, which can lead to coma or death, weight gain, and high cholesterol may occur. Difficulty moving, tremors, slow or uncontrolled body movements, restlessness and feeling like you need to move, sleepiness, nausea, vomiting, and indigestion are common. Side effects may not appear for several weeks. Visit Vraylar.com to see additional side effects. Ask about Vraylar. AbbVie could help you save.
Why do you do things the hard way? Coming through. It's so backwards. 2025. This is Texas?
Alexa, I got all your forms. I'll take it from here.
Now Taxes is getting a TurboTax expert who does everything for you. So you can have your cake and you get it.
CW Sports coverage of the NASCAR Xfinity Series is brought to you by Progressive. Save when you bundle home, auto, and motorcycle insurance. Visit Progressive.com. Toyota, let's go places. And by Celsius, live fit. Checkered flag not too far away. Here at Daytona International Speedway, it's race 1 of 2025 for NASCAR's Xfinity Series. Season opener has been here every year dating back to 1982. This place never disappoints. Several drivers in the top 10 that have never won. And there's Danny Stockman calling the shots for Jesse Love. Quiet in stage 1 and stage 2. But the money's on the line. Two's made his way to the front and so far has done an outstanding job of controlling this race.
And he told us earlier today that he had worked on his super speedway racing and felt like maybe he was making too many moves in the past. And that's what you saw in the first 2 stages. He didn't make many moves. He wasn't trying too many things. But as we've gotten later here, he's gotten control of the race. He's making the right moves to control the lines. The only thing I'd critique from him is that it's just a little indecisive at times when we've seen down the backstretch where he's not quite sure he wants to go to the top lane, not quite sure he's going to the bottom lane, and fading a little bit. And that can put you in a tricky position when you get late in this race and the runs get big.
I want you guys to analyze the choose here because this is going to be be We do the choose with 4 to go. That means we'll take the green flag with 3 to go. You got to have the right partner in the draft. Love goes high. The 2-4 teammates go low.
Yeah, and I asked Jesse in the garage earlier, I'm like, look, you're leading at the end. What lane do you want to be in? And he said it's going to depend on who the pusher is, but I want to be in the outside. And we've seen that be the dominant lane all day long, Parker.
It usually is in the Xfinity car. For whatever reason, you see the groove gravitate up towards the wall. It's just the aero of these cars and the way they handle. But as we get late here, it's really about your pushers, as you've said. It's just about who gets the better runs, creates the momentum, and stays connected as long as you possibly can, but honestly, not locking bumpers.
Right. Kim?
We're talking about Jesse Love at the point, but it's been a lot of hard work. Take a listen to the radio.
When you tell me half of the bottom, 1 to the top, half of the bottom, 3/4 top, and let me know where the runs are coming, that is super helpful so I can pick which lane to pick up an air bubble push with. I'm queuing off that grade. That's how I know which lane to go.
All right, gonna go back green with 3 to go here at Daytona.
Jesse giving props to
It's just gonna be fucking wild, y'all.
What you didn't hear, excuse me, Brandon Benesh, but what you didn't hear there, he said, that gave me gray hairs. Daytona will give a 20-year-old gray hairs. Danny Stockman, you see on the left there, telling him stay focused, stay on your toes. Quick movements are going to be the key here in the last few laps.
Great information from a spotter, learning, working together. And I know that I told you earlier, take a deep breath. Every one of these races I watch, when it gets down to this point, my heartbeat is higher than Matt DiBenedetto's right now. Very high. Excited. I can't wait to see how this is going to play out. And if you're Jesse Love, you're like, have I chose the right line? Is that the right pusher behind me? If you're Sheldon Creed,
All
you're
right,
like,
gonna go
I
back
wanna be on
green
the front row.
with 3 laps to go.
The rest of the race, it could be just who gets the run off of turn 4.
This is my favorite
It's gonna
time
be
of
wild.
speedway racing. The red zone, as I call it, when you're one of those front 4 cars, it's so intense.
Going to be 3 to go in regulation.
All right, green flag.
Front row, Jesse Love, Sheldon Creed. Creed used to drive that 2-car for RCR. He's now driving a Ford for Haas Factory Team.
It looked like that outside lane, like Connor Zilic, the 3rd car in line on top, was able to get on Taylor Gray. Taylor's now on Jesse Love. You see they go down to the bottom to block. They're going to get checked out a little bit. I don't know if that's going to be good or bad for them as they get down to turn 3.
You don't want to be too far, but if they can control that runs from behind them, they'll be fine. It's Sheldon
Creed's not going to be patient.
Here comes Sheldon. Come on, Sheldon.
Look at the run lane. I think Creed wants to be in that position. He has done such a good job as we watch them exit turn 2 of like lagging back just a little bit and then generating the run. He had practice in stage 1 of how to do that.
Well, you want to make sure
Ooh.
you're leading when the white flag comes out.
Coming to 2 to go.
The white flag comes out, the next flag
Absolutely.
2 laps to go at Daytona.
2 laps to go.
This is so typical of Sheldon Creed. He does generate those runs so well. And you saw that earlier. He made that attempt at passing through the
doesn't always happen, but he does that by pulling that line back and generating that run towards the entry of the corner. We'll see if he's trying to do that up top. Jesse's doing a tremendous job, though, of manipulating both these lanes. You see the outside line is kind of broken up. The 54 is going to have a run on Jesse Love, getting down into turn 3.
Oh, trouble! There we go. William Sawalich around. Caution is out with 2 to go. Damn. Man. You guys took a hard hit. Jesus.
Eckes is in that. Forrest Parker, Retzlaff.
Wow.
William Sawalich in the 18. Referenced
Jesus.
Eckes, there he is in the 16. 3 rookies receiving big damage. You look at the 88 of Connor Zilic and Ryan Ellis in the 71, looking for that first career top 10.
Oh, yeah, true, Jaden.
Yeah, we taled about all
These guys got a lot of damage.
Stay clean all day long. Just really quiet day, running well. These tight places, though, it's so easy to get caught up in someone else's wreck. It looked like who was ever behind Connor was just being aggressive at the end of a speedway race. It's not, you're not getting mad at this point. You have to do it. Yeah, push me, because I want to win. Want to, yeah. And in position he was in, third row, that pack, it's just like that's where you're going to generate the momentum, you're going to generate the run. But the risk of that is sort of what happens here. You get turned, but that's just, if you want those big pushes, if you want that big momentum, it's going to take taking this risk.
7 cautions today, but 4 with a crash. And all of these crashes were started by drivers that were running inside the top 7.
Yeah, you see Justin Allgaier's right there behind him. Looks like he squared up on him pretty good. I think that the 88 had to check up. He did it for Sheldon Creed in the outside. And again, you don't know that when you're the 7. You're dependent on your spotter to manage all that. But
oh, yeah, they did. That's cool.
Words can't come out quick enough to talk about that, you know, the checkup in front of you. And Creed's trying to manage which.
I wonder if they'll continue to get added.
And, you know, one of the things that
Ooh,
Connor would
damn.
have done differently is if he was lined up better.
So all just got up in the
not
air
so far
there.
to the left,
Well,
you just run
spinning.
in the back of it. But the problem he had is he was lined up to the left so far that if he hits Creed, the speed and momentum he had, he's spinning him out.
Yeah.
So that was him trying to basically check up that line. But the 7 was pushing him so hard, you just can't do that.
Yeah. It's the end of these races, and you don't get mad because you want to get pushed. You know, Sheldon Creed wanted to get shoved back out front, and it's just when you're 2 or 3 back, you come out on the wrong end of it.
35, Greg Van Alst won an ARCA race here a couple of years ago. Incredible the impact.
Yeah, and I think that shows what I said earlier. The inside is typically a safer place. A lot of those guys stuck by right there on the inside.
I was wrong. Fucking 88 is Connor Zilish. Connor Zilish was the one involved in that wreck, not William Sawalich.
It looked like he started to get slowed down because he saw it, and who was ever behind him didn't. You saw him get hit from behind, and once you get spun around, you're just along for the ride.
I don't know how many times I've heard those noises and also seen them on TV, but they never
Still hurt.
Yeah, it never makes me not cringe. Every single time, the screeching, the crunching of metal, the slams. I just know what it feels like. I know how helpless you feel at times. You've been spun around. You're just like, don't hit something, don't hit something. Oh, it's such a helpless feeling.
88 car going to the garage. The day is done for Connor Zilic. Here's some of their radio.
The 0 made up. Yeah. It's always Sheldon Creed and stuff like that. You just can't race around them.
Shut up, bitch. Nah, he's not a bitch.
Emotions are high,
But
right? I mean, like you're frustrated. They had a chance to win this race, and yeah, I don't blame them a bit.
I don't care if you're the cleanest driver there is. When you've someone been the cause of someone else's wreck, you will be termed the worst driver that's ever been on the racetrack. That's just a common reaction sometimes. I've said it about others. I've had it said about me. And obviously, you know, they're upset about what happened there. They were in a great position, but I really didn't think Sheldon did anything particularly wrong, especially in racing. And if they were lined up, just like I said, they need differently. If Sheldon was a little lower or the 88 was a little higher, they could have just used that momentum to propel the 0-0 forward.
Free racing from Daytona. We're going to overtime.
But that green flag run was a minute and 28 seconds long.
Second career victory.
Get in on
right now in the Subway app. That's right, buy 1 foot-long sub, get another free. Deals this good usually come with a 2-year contract. Grab the deal online or in-app with code FLVOGO, only for a limited time.
Hey, Tyler, think I have what it takes to be part of a NASCAR pit crew?
You?
Yeah, I mean, we keep Xfinity Internet fast and reliable at home and on the go. It's kind of like keeping cars fast and reliable on the track.
You thought that add coolant meant driving with your sunglasses on.
It doesn't make it cooler?
What's a jack?
Don't bring him into this.
I don't know, man. I mean, you asked if we could swap gasoline once.
Okay. I shouldn't be in the pit crew. I meant driver.
Maybe just stick to what you're good at.
Beep, beep. Look out. Xfinity is your super fast connection to NASCAR.
What is that? I know that music.
Guys,
Yeah, it does keep continuing. Tad laps.
One of 5 immersive worlds in Epic Universe, only at Universal Orlando Resort.
Subway's got a new meal of the day with chips and a drink for just $6.99. Or if you're big hungry, make it a footlong for only $3 more. Huh, big hungry. Is that a thing? That should be a thing. Find your fresh with the all-new $6.99 meal of the day at Subway.
Ready for a big finish at Daytona International Speedway for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. I got a little trivia for the two of you.
Uh-oh, I love trivia.
How many cars not involved in an accident today? Not involved.
Not involved. Look at the screen.
No, I'm just guessing.
No, you were looking
for a lifeline.
8. I'm gonna say 7.
Go 8?
10. Oh wow.
Oh,
I was right. Let's check back in 5 minutes, okay? I was closest.
Hey, we talk about this elite rookie class. 6 of our 8 rookies have been involved in an accident today. And quite honestly,
surprise me.
I thought it would have been 8 for 8. And one who is quietly impressed, that would be the 26 of Dean Thompson, scoring stage points in both stages. And he'll restart just outside the top 10 here, pending the choose.
Adam, I appreciate it.
All right, so Sheldon will restart 4th.
I want to know about this choose. We're getting ready to win a race.
All right.
Okay. It'll be important.
Yeah. We'll watch the choose as we get a report from Kim.
Yeah, Danny Stockman calls the shots for Jesse Love, who's at the point. Jesse telling you on the radio this was giving him gray hair. She said, breathe. What do you want to see from your driver in this overtime restart?
I'd like to see what he's been doing the last 20 or 30 laps. He's done a great job controlling the race, top to bottom, and the car's obviously got a lot of speed to be able to do that. So it's stressful. It'd sure be nice to leave here with that trophy. It sure makes for a nice summer.
Who's more stressed, you or Jesse at this point?
Probably Jesse. I've been doing this a long time, and I've never won a February Daytona race, so this would be pretty awesome.
Good luck.
Thank you.
If you go back almost 15 years, Danny Stockman was on the pit box with Austin Dillon. He won Rookie of the Year. The next year, he was the Xfinity Series champion. Yep. And you look at what Love and Stockman were able to do together last year, and say all signs point toward him really being a player for the title this year. And this is his only career win. He came in the draft at Talladega last spring.
And he won this in a similar fashion. With a lot of wrecks, late cars, not as many cars on the racetrack. He has to start the race, and he just controlled it from the field. He got it done, and it's the confidence you want in a rookie. He wasn't able to find victory lane again last year, but he was really close. And I just think there's a lot of confidence there. And Danny Stockman, man, I raced against him during that era in the Xfinity Series, and I raced against him last year. And he is just such a great leader, so smart at this game. He builds such fast race cars, and he puts so much empowerment behind Jesse Love to go out there and do what he needs to do.
Sam Mayer, 3rd prior to the choose. What are they thinking in the 41 camp?
I think as a team, that will be the best move, right? To try and win and beat the 2, but it's hard now because the 27 was a good pusher, and he would be behind the 54 if we both stack the top. So I don't think either way is wrong.
Just so many decisions. And Sam's running 3rd. They're talking about Jeff that's in 5th. That's a lot of predicting of what people are going to do. I think that Jesse Love's in a good position, Parker, because Tanner should take
so get the choose here.
to take the front row. And that's going to put Mayer. Oh, he takes the top. That's
I thought he would go.
Wow.
Going to be going to green.
I would take the front row.
2 laps to go in
row
overtime.
Because once we get to the white, this race is over, and my odds are significantly better.
So here's why I would refute that point. If I'm Taylor Gray, I want to control my destiny. I want to push the 2 car and put myself in position to make the move and be able to get to the front.
Now he's put 2 teammates on the bottom,
which is fine, right? But I feel like if I'm in his position, I don't want to hope there's a good pusher behind me that ends up on the bottom lane with me. I'm going to be the pusher, and I'm going to push the 2.
Here's the move I love, though. Just outside looking in.
That works.
Not being a driver. If they're on Taylor Gray, you push him all the way out front, right? And now he's a little bit on an island, and then you can make your move.
My best friend would be Jeff Burton, the 27 for Taylor Gray. That's who he's hoping. Exactly as you described it, is what he wants to happen. And why I feel like you control.
Got overtime here, y'all.
Is because you can do exactly what you
Shit's
said.
going to be fucking exciting.
You create the gap, push them too far.
I really want Sheldon to win.
Behind you like a Jeff Burton, and be able to generate that run to blast past them. Hopefully, with
the last restart, Connor Zilisch was behind Taylor Gray. He is who got Taylor to the back of Jesse Love. Jesse doesn't know that, though, right? We saw this on TV. I think you're going to see Sheldon Creed, who's one of the best pushers in the series, get on Sam Mayer. I think they'll clear the bottom. I think they're going to stay locked together. They're going to be able to clear the bottom.
Sheldon's going to have to be really unselfish.
He is.
Because he's going to have to want to push it
until they get to turn 3.
You know he wants that win so bad.
Another thought here. Everybody good on fuel
We'll
as
find
we go
out.
to overtime. I mean, that's something everybody's concerned about.
Do not bring that up right now. Come on.
Hey, Jesse Love thinks about Atlanta last year. You know what I mean? Like,
that's a good point. You see, actually, to your point,
right.
Jesse's just weaving off the banking. That's just filling that. Yeah.
Going back green. Going to be 2 to go.
All right, we're about to find out.
Got word they are talking about a fuel situation in the 2 camp. Jesse Love's led 28 laps.
Green flag.
Today. And he's in charge of the field as we go to overtime.
He got down in front of him. Wow. Barely got down in front of him. That was aggressive. As you know, Sam Mayer didn't check on me. Yes, Green pushing, barely able to get down in front of him right there.
He did not want to let that happen. Great ball.
Yeah, great job. You see Jeff Burton on the outside trying to get locked together with Taylor Gray. They just get pushed away. You see the 54 drive away from the 27.
It's be easy for Jesse to control these 2 lanes right now.
Coming to the white.
Much momentum, right? Seeing if they're 3 wide on just Algar, that's going to hurt that top lane again to be able to generate any momentum and allow that bottom lane to really surge here. Sheldon Creed to the top behind Taylor Gray.
Yeah, Sheldon Creed.
Coming to the white flag.
Pusher. You see them wiggling right there. Taylor Gray.
White flag is in the air. Oh, trouble! Big crash. Caution's out. Oh, man. And the race is over.
The question becomes, did the caution come out before Jesse Love?
I think it did. Or I think he took the white flag first.
Look at all those cars with the flag.
I'm pretty sure Jesse Love won this race.
Wow.
We just got word that Jesse Love did get the white. Once the leader takes the white, the next flag ends the race. The caution is displayed with Jesse Love leading.
The race is over.
He is just patiently
saving fuel right now. Waiting on them to get him to work.
Yeah, baby, I think you got it.
Jesse Love wins back-to-back Daytona 300s.
Jesse Love is going to win the season opener at Daytona. That's win number 10 for Richard Childress Racing in the Xfinity Series at the World Center of Racing.
Well, he did an incredible job on that restart to slide. I mean, that was
Jesse Love
that he was able to get
is
down
the
in
winner.
front of Sam Mayer, clear him. Great job.
Crosses the line.
I was going to say, you still have to get the checker. Yeah, they didn't
And he will do it.
There it is. The yellow and the checker.
All you guys, hell of a job, boys.
That's such an iconic voice to come on the
Great
radio.
job.
Second.
That's awesome. Win Daytona. There's nothing quite like it. It's so big. No matter how you get it done, you can say he had a fast car, but when he got the chance to be up front, he just controlled this thing and took it over.
Absolutely did. And if you look at just RCR racing in general today, the amount of laps both those drivers led the most laps of anybody. Austin Hill at 56, Jesse Love at 30.
the way you want to walk away from here.
Ryan Sieg.
Damn, all them torn up race cars.
See all these drivers climbing from their cars.
Sheldon Creed actually had to get off of Taylor Gray right there.
Damn.
So Justin Allgaier tried to get down to the middle.
Boy, took some hard
There's
hits.
a lot of sort of slam drafting, as I like to call it, where you're just taking huge runs and running in the back of the car in front of you, which causes a lot of moving around. And Justin tried to get down into 32 there. If Jordan Anderson was there, I just don't think he could do it.
Sheldon luckily wasn't involved.
Down the racetrack, and then that right rears Josh Williams in front of
Yeah, he did take the white flag before the caution came out.
Run going, Ryan Sieg involved, and obviously all the cars that are now just.
It's very similar to the same thing that happened with Allgaier and Bonsignor, right? I mean, it's just it's 2 inches, and you think you're clear, or you don't know they're there.
It's great, Jaden.
They checked up right there in front
You did
of
a
Allgaier,
great
and that's
job,
why he went to
buddy,
the
old
bottom. He
pal.
lost a little bit of his momentum.
And he was maybe an inch clear 100 feet earlier, and then by the time he wanted to make that move, he wasn't there anymore. What do you think about you hurting the grass before the Daytona 500? I was very careful about it, I will say.
Yeah, I don't think Jesse Love cares if they pick up the grass. Good for him, burn it down. Sure, I mean, he got to win at Daytona.
It's awesome.
There's really no feeling like after this burnout, taking your helmet off, getting out, staying on the door, getting on the roof, and looking up at this enormous grandstands, the fans. It's one of the greatest feelings in life.
They're so excited.
He's getting out the roof hatch. Man's getting out from the roof hatch. Oh, he almost fucking fell.
It's great.
We talked to Danny Stockman, the crew chief, earlier today. He said, I'm telling you, he switched on. And he turned it up big time late in this race. Leading 30 laps and winning in the season opener. What a celebration, what a night ahead. Here's Dylan.
Jesse Love, the celebration down here. There is so much debris down here from not only the crash, but just the tire debris that he left here on the start-finish line. He's going to run up here and get a well-deserved checkered flag. Second career win in the Xfinity Series, and first here at Daytona. And a hug with crew chief Danny Stockman. Let's talk about this. That restart move, when you got down in front of the 41, did you realize how close that was, and why did you feel like that was the right move to make at that time?
I just listened to the guy up there, Brandon Benesh. I am so out of breath. Oh my gosh, I'm out of breath. Man, just so thankful to the good Lord above put me in this position. So many people have helped me get to this point. Billy Venturini, Shane Rush, the people that taught me how to race here at Daytona. Thank you guys. And our ECR, Richard Childress Racing, everybody back at welcome. Bummer what happened to 21. I'm not sure what happened, but he was really dominant tonight. And, you know, we're working on changing our culture here at RCR. We're winners.
He's got
We
bags
know we
under his
all
eyes,
know
like
we're
big
changing for
time.
Childress. So, man, that thing was as fast as Xfinity Mobile. And I'm ready to go get to Atlanta, I think, now. So, it was awesome.
You obviously saw how good your teammate was. When he went out, did that give you even that much more confidence that you had the same quality of race car and the ability to do what he did at the front?
I couldn't see him, you know, he was so far forward. And, man, once I got up front, I think Danny wanted to take sixth there behind the Haas cars, but I had to see what his baby had out front. We didn't get to qualify, and it takes me a little bit to get up front sometimes. I'm trying to play chess nowadays and not checkers at Daytona. So, man, I'm lost for words. It's Daytona. I always cry here when I do the national anthem. I'm starstruck. I love Florida. thank everybody for coming out tonight. This place is super special to me. And you guys are as good as Talladega fans now.
Danny, one more thing, Jesse. Danny said
Daytona fans are a different breed too. Like, yeah, people like Daytona fans are underrated.
Josh Wise,
They got some weirdos there.
Compartmentalize my mind, and no, it's easy to, because the green light checkers suck, and I take a lot of what Josh Wise says to heart, and I just kind of tap into a mindset of no fear, no emotion, and no, I guess, anxiety, right? Just straight will to succeed and will to win. And thank you to everybody at Wise Optimization, Scott Speed, Josh, Shane Stratton, and man, just excited to go celebrate my guys. My pit crew did a phenomenal job today, and these J Ward show was really good. We finally got a win for the Wheeling car. That makes it even more special.
Celebrate. Congratulations. Jesse Love, winner at Daytona.
Jesse Love wins the season opener at Daytona for the Xfinity Series. The night before the Daytona 500. Tomorrow we will have the Great American Race. The weather looks like shit, but it looks like we will get 500 miles in at some point tomorrow. That is the good sign. Don't know when it will be, but it will be some point tomorrow.
You're over 45 and still haven't screened for colon cancer.
Yeah, so it says
This is like the third year.
it'll start around 2 and stop around 4. So I would think we would get back going around 6 or 7, and it'll be a night race. But I will be live at 1:30 for it tomorrow, assuming it's not raining before then. If it's raining before that and like it doesn't look like ready to get started, then I'm just gonna wait to start it until whenever we're ready. But
my screen's busted. You should go to T-Mobile. You can trade in a broken phone,
yeah.
and I'll give you a brand new iPhone 16
Fucking
Pro.
shit, dude.
Where did you get guns? It was under my seat.
At T-Mobile, new and existing customers get iPhone 16 Pro with Apple Intelligence on us when you trade in your busted old phone. Plus, families can
Another race that Sheldon didn't win.
Other big guys' best plans, plus streaming. It's over.
Everywhere but the seat. The seat is leather.
Alan, we get it. You love your bike. We do too. That's why we're America's #1 motorcycle insurer. But do you have to wedge it into everything?
What?
Jeez.
Don't do that.
This reminds me of my bike.
The wolf was about the size
Fucking
of my new
cramp.
motorcycle. Have you seen it, by the way? Happy birthday, Grandma!
Got a fucking cramp.
Really? Look how the brushstrokes follow the line.
But alright, y'all. I'm gonna end this shit. I want to thank you guys for watching. Nice job to Jaden with this shit. He did a great job.
Perfecting your swing is hard.
Nice shot,
And peace out.